Welcome into UWL, where we have our game of the week for you between the West Salem Panthers and the Aquinas Blugolds. Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and on the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, over 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. We are expecting and hoping this one to live up to the billing. A de facto Coulee Conference Championship game here tonight from UWL. The Panthers and the Blugolds. We'll get into it next on ESPN La Crosse.
It's Casey Virgin with Hansen & Associates in La Crosse. For nearly 20 years, we've done our best to help people in the Coulee region plan for retirement, and we'd love to do the same for you. Now, if you're asking yourself, how much do I need to retire, or how do I even start the process, let's talk. In fact, let's find the perfect game plan for you.
For more, visit HansonPrivateWealth.com.
Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee. May lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hey everybody, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. Tuesday is a great family day, and with it, we bring fried chicken and waffles, a creamy chicken lasagna to satisfy the whole family, and our fresh homemade meatloaf speaks for itself. You're gonna absolutely love it. Make sure you stop on down to try this delicious menu. We look forward to seeing you. Come on down to North Country Steak Buffet at 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Dinner menu available 4 to 8 at North Country Steak Buffet. When you're talking steel power tools, you're talking the best possible quality. And right now at Ace of Holman, you're also looking at major savings. Up to $50 off on an MS-250 chainsaw right now, only $379.99. $50 off Magnum backpack blowers, plus savings on handheld blowers. And don't forget, free batteries on select steel power tools. Deals are good until December 31st at Ace of Holman on Holman Drive.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Chris Riggles with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska. And check out the large selection of grills and lawnmowers at Asa Holman. Stop in, pick one out, and Asa Holman will assemble and deliver right to your front door. Asa Holman, Holman Drive. Panthers and the Blugolds, our game of the week here this week in week number 8. Now, both teams would have to win next week if they win tonight in order to win a Coulee Conference title. But the way that the Coulee Conference has gone this year, this is a de facto Coulee Conference outright title here tonight on the line.
And playoff implications top of that, too. So you have to look at it from that perspective. This game is going to really affect, where they're seated, where they're going to be in the region, in Division 3, or Division 4, excuse me. And, Aquinas coming in number 1 ranked, undefeated, of course. West Salem now ranked 7th, has won 6 in a row. So these two teams were on a collision course all season, and it's come to head here tonight. The winner of this game will win the conference. I don't think there's any question about that, as the closest team, Arcadia, is a couple games back. So if you look at it that way, yeah, this game is huge tonight. There's a lot of different factors that weigh into this one, and the winner of this has got control as far as where they're going to be.
Looking at it right now here as we're getting ready, teams just going through the warm-ups. We're about 15 minutes away or so from this game getting started. And the Panthers right now at this moment would be going on the road in the postseason.
Yeah, today, if you were to look at it, yes. That's why it's huge for them. And you look at, the two teams and what their strengths are, and the defenses are both really solid. Both defenses are only allowing on average 9 points a game. They're both plus in the turnover ratio. Aquinas is a very impressive plus 16 on the season. So, that's massive. And, a lot of their offense really has been generated off those turnovers if you kind of look at the numbers and what they've done this season. And if you look at their schedule, I want to be honest, Aaron, who have they played?
Yeah, well, that's...
Columbus, de facto, everybody, it's Columbus, right? But Columbus is not the same. That's pretty obvious. Look at their record this year. Everybody else that they've played, to me, is not to the level that West Salem is. So this will be a good test for Aquinas tonight to see how good they really are. Are they deserving of the number 1 ranked team in Division 4? And for West Salem, that loss to Onalaska, they have just been running roughshod over everybody since then. And you know that there was a chip on their shoulder after that game. So tonight, West Salem is looking to prove that they are deserving to be in the best of the best, and they are maybe the best team in Division 4. And after tonight, we might have to say that they might be. Because these two teams are the best two teams. Holman you can put in that argument too, but I think these two are the best two teams in the area.
Serving the Coulee region since 1983, Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service. Hilltopper Refuse, a proud sponsor of high school football. We'll take a break. We'll get to our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show. Some more thoughts on the game here tonight. Some keys and really important one here tonight in our game of the week. Week 8, and it's a de facto Coulee Conference Championship on the line tonight between the Panthers and Blugolds on ESPN La Crosse.
Maybe you should have moved your car before the cheap guy roofer started.
Why?
Why monkey around when you can have professionals? Call Kendhammer A1 Roofing and Construction for all your roofing and siding needs. Kendhammer A1 Roofing and Construction. Absolutely no monkey business.
All right, bring it in. We got a lot of square footage to cover this season. Square feet! It's all about zone coverage. Make sure we got adequate flow through the routes. Coverage! We got to lock down those escape routes. Block the drafts. Draft! We got our best 5, Caden, Noah, BJ, Tanner, Jake. You got to protect Goodman. He's bringing the heat. And Fuego. All on you, Goodman. Make us proud.
Bring the heat this season. Call G&T.
For the best senior air conditioning guaranteed.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
In our town, it's the little things that matter most. A friendly wave, a helping hand, a bank that knows your name. Since 1903, Union State Bank is proud to support the individuals and businesses who make our community strong. We're committed to helping you turn your financial dreams into reality with local decisions and personal service every step of the way. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can support your financial journey. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
What I feel makes Hilltopper unique as a company is the biggest thing, it's a family-owned company.
I guarantee a customer, if they're unhappy, call me and we will make it right.
When you say you're going to pick up the material once a week, you do it. When you say you're going to take this material and recycle it, you do it. When you say you charge the same amount for the same service for other customers, that's what you do.
Hilltopper Refuse, serving the Coulee region.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Welcome back here to UWL, our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show for home, auto, life, and business insurance. Contact the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman. Some software difficulties we're having here on the video side of things, and so our Coaches Show is going to be basically me explaining what Ryan Olson told me earlier this week. He joined us for our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show, and first of all, one of the things I was very interested in was them being 6-1 at this point, but they lost to Onalaska in week 1 and then have played Toma, Arcadia, Westby, Viroga, a bunch of teams that aren't rated very high in the new playoff matrix. Now, for those that don't know, there's a new way of seeding in the playoffs, and it's by how much your opponents win, and that can mean if you win or lose to those teams, it doesn't matter either way. You'll get points based on difficulty opponents. For example, Central played Waunakee this year. Waunakee's one of the best teams in the state and got crushed, but they get more credit for losing to Waunakee than, let's say, West Salem playing Toma and beating them in the non-conference. So they're lower down on the playoff matrix, and I mentioned in the open, I asked him, hey, right now you'd be a road team, and some team would be very, very, very upset that they have to play you in the first round, but do you talk about that at all with your team? Like, hey, this one's important, not just to win the conference, but for a playoff season? No, we're aware of it, but we don't really talk about it.
Well, and I think that's good just because you don't want to focus on a thing that is not the goal, right? They want a home playoff game. They want to be able to have and host something at home to start the playoffs. They want to be the top seed in the area. So I wouldn't talk about that either. I think that's a really wise decision by Coach Olson. Are we like in an episode of, Tron Aries came out today. You think Jared Leto went in and sabotaged our computer?
Maybe.
I mean, I can see that happening, and now people have to listen to us talk as opposed to listening to Coach Olson. But at the same time, though, he brings up a really good point when it comes to that, Aaron, because why would you bring that negative up? They're on a 6-game winning streak. They've been blowing everybody out. Their defense is playing outstanding. I mean, and of course, Drew McConkey has just been outstanding.
So for instance, right now in Division 4, Aquinas is the second-rated team according to this playoff matrix.
Top?
Columbus is actually.
Really?
Yeah,
and
Columbus.
they beat Columbus, so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, Columbus's 6 wins are better than Aquinas' 7 wins because.
But the head-to-head matchup, that doesn't.
But it doesn't matter for the playoff matrix
so
because it matters who you beat.
All right, now I think Jared Leto really came up with this.
So, for instance, you click
this doesn't
on.
Make any sense
you can find this on the internet. You can go click, and Aquinas' total points collected is 0.17 less than Columbus because they only get 1.5 for beating Black River Falls and Gale Electric Trempealeau, 2.5 for Westby. Luther gives them 3, whereas Columbus is playing a bunch of more higher-rated opponents overall, so that would give them the edge. But either way, it won't matter. As long as you're a 1 seed, you're going to get – as long as you're in the top 4, you get a –
It just doesn't make sense that the head-to-head matchup doesn't vault Aquinas above Columbus.
It's
it's a win situation.
It's a full embodiment of your schedule.
All right. It doesn't make any sense to
now,
me.
West Salem is 17th. And right now, 17th puts them as a 5 seed, which would put them on the road in round 1 at Seymour.
So if they win this
game
tonight.
So they go across the state if they lose tonight, most likely.
So if they win tonight, though, that vaults them probably into the top 10, if not into the top 8.
It could potentially, based on what other teams do.
So, I mean, I can see that. It kind of baffles me a little bit that a head-to-head win for the Blugolds wouldn't put them as the number 1 spot.
Well, it doesn't – just because you beat a team doesn't mean you move up higher than them.
I mean, I'm not a matrix guy. I'm a common sense guy when it comes to that, right? I mean, to me, that should – make them the top seed. So
but who
is that
says
going to be something that they're going to look at? And
but who says
maybe?
Aquinas with Columbus's schedule doesn't get a loss?
Obviously.
Like who's you know what I mean? Because Columbus is playing overall better opponents.
Right. I'm just saying though, at this point though, the head-to-head matchup should have more weight. That's just my opinion.
It does have
they
more.
Blew them out.
No,
it wasn't even a close game.
It does have more weight because they get credit for beating the best team in Division 4, where Columbus doesn't. So that's where the weight comes in.
I understand that. You would think, though, that would maybe, okay, now I'm kind of seeing what you're seeing here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they beat them head-to-head, and it wasn't even a close game.
Well,
it wasn't even close.
I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this way of doing things over, I guess, over the past ways of doing things where the coaches and whoever randomly decided the seeds, I guess.
All right.
One other thing here quickly here before we wrap up. Ryan Olson said with his team that they're ready to go, even though the past 6 weeks they've had running clock games. It's going to be tough to play full 4 quarters of physicality, but they're ready to go.
I think they're going to be more rested, though, than Aquinas.
Sure.
I think Aquinas has had some battles that we didn't expect coming into this, and to be quite honest, I mean, I think West Salem's played a tougher schedule. So, I think this tonight should be a really great matchup. I do feel, though, the trenches, West Salem has the edge in the trenches. I really do.
All right, we'll take a break. That was our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show for Home Auto Life and Business Insurance. Contact the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back from UWL, the game of the week, West Salem and Aquinas on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on YouTube.
Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill in Onalaska is your family fun place with their 8-lane bowling center. What better way to spend a day than bowling with the entire family? After bowling, grab a take and bake pizza to go. They make it, you bake it. Or choose the Coulee Golf Bowl's popular broasted chicken, available daily. Check out their full menu at CouleeGB.com. Coulee Golf Bowl has 70-inch TVs and the Sunday ticket, so you and your friends can watch the green and gold and Bucky with front row seats. Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill is your family fun place at the east end of Main Street on Alaska.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
When you're talking steel power tools, you're talking the best possible quality. And right now at Ace of Holman, you're also looking at major savings. Up to $50 off on an MS 250 chainsaw right now, only $379.99. $50 off Magnum backpack blowers, plus savings on handheld blowers. And don't forget, free batteries on select steel power tools. Deals are good until December 31st at Ace of Holman on Holman Drive.
Welcome back into UWL as we're getting set for our game of the week between the West Salem Panthers and the Aquinas Blugolds. The winner clinches at least a share of the Coulee Conference. It's a de facto outright title based on the way that these teams have dominated the conference so far this year. We are looking forward to this matchup from UW La Crosse coming up in just a couple minutes. Kickoff is right around the corner on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube and our free mobile app.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
All right, bring it in. We got a lot of square footage to cover this season. Square feet! It's all about zone coverage. Make sure we got adequate flow through the routes. Coverage! We got to lock down those escape routes. Block the drafts. Draft! We got our best five, Caden, Noah, BJ, Tanner, Jake. You got to protect Goodman. He's bringing the heat. En fuego. All on you, Goodman. Make us proud.
Bring the heat this season. Call G&T.
For the best senior air conditioning guaranteed.
It's Casey Virgin with Hansen & Associates in La Crosse. For nearly 20 years, we've done our best to help people in the Coulee region plan for retirement, and we'd love to do the same for you. Now, if you're asking yourself, how much do I need to retire, or how do I even start the process, let's talk. In fact, let's find the perfect game plan for you.
For more, visit HansonPrivateWealth.com.
Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee. May lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, over 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. Scotty, your key to the game tonight.
Oh, obviously, I think tonight it's going to be the trenches. I think Aquinas is a little overmatched in that area. If West Salem controls the line of scrimmage, they will win the game tonight. The other thing is turnovers. Aquinas has been great at controlling the football. They have barely lost any turnovers this season. If they do so tonight, that will help the Panthers. But, man, if Aquinas can control ball control, that might be in their factor here this evening.
Aquinas is in their blue tops and bottoms with the gold helmets, the gold lettering and numbering, the trim as well. West Salem is in the all whites with the black helmets, the black lettering and numbering, and orange trim here tonight. West Salem will kick it away to begin the game. They'll be kicking from right to left, meaning Aquinas will receive going left to right here at UWL. Got some women's lacrosse practice over to our left. We got in the background of our shot here, we got the brand new indoor facility here at UWL. I heard that's what
Ben Butler's going to be broadcasting from here on out is lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard after that awesome broadcasting display last week, he signed a new contract.
Hired on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yep. Hopefully he can learn how to do a pivot twist shoot, or he can figure that out. I don't know how that works, but
it'll be a game played here at Roger Herring tomorrow afternoon. UWL is hosting their first WIAC game of the year against UW Eau Claire.
How about how they're playing so far this season?
But for now, it's time for high school football. West Salem kicking from right to left. And we are ready for play. This one squibbed across the middle. The right hash, it's picked up on the ground. Returned over towards the left side. Good cut. And into the clear. There go the Blugolds up to the 45 and then down inside the 45-yard line, about a yard past, so they'll have great field position at about the 46-yard line.
I think West Salem was kind of wondering if there was going to be a pitch out here, and a good return by the Blugolds and Waylon Hargrove, who we're going to hear a lot of tonight. He's a great athlete and one of the best receivers in the area for the Blugolds.
So they'll start at their own 46-yard line here tonight. Again, moving left to right in the all blues. Gold helmets.
Ryan Johnson having a good year at quarterback. 13 touchdowns, no picks, 1,000 yards in the air. That's not even including his running numbers for the year.
Here's a handoff, left side, and swung down right away. Great tackle on the far side by Bennett Fenico as he takes down the runner, Brady Lee, at a yard in the backfield.
Yeah, Fenico doing a great job just reading that play and reacting immediately. He was unblocked, Aaron, coming off of the edge there. And I think West Salem has the best trio of linebackers in the Coulee region.
Here's some misdirection and end around, moving from left to right. Good pursuit by the Panther defense. It's a loss of 5.
Yeah, great job. And West Salem obviously has seen this as Aquinas likes to run this end around to some of these athletes at wide receiver, and a great job by West Salem of not overcommitting and reading that play and making a good defensive stop on the Blugolds.
3rd and 16 here on the opening possession for Aquinas. Clearly not the way you draw up these plays to begin on the offensive side. Johnson will fake the handoff, roll out left, looking, he stops, floats it over the top, and it's open. Hargrove with the catch down the left sideline. One man to beat. He's tackled inside the 15-yard line. A huge gain on 3rd and 16.
Yeah, and a really nice play by Johnson. And I don't know how you let Hargrove get behind you defensively. That's a guy that you have to stay on consistently and know where he's at all times.
All the way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 48. Here's a direct snap, and it's bobbled and dropped on the ground and now tackled in the backfield all the way back at the 25-yard line and went through the hands of Marcus Clark, who got the direct snap.
Yeah, Clark that time couldn't handle it, and you can't say anything about the field conditions, obviously, because we're on field turf. that just got away from him. I mean, you could say maybe the lights were a distraction right now, but that's just something that a miscue you can't have down here in this area of the field, especially when you're threatening to score.
And maybe a face mask penalty added on to the end of that. So a 5-yard penalty on the Panthers on the face mask. So a little reprieve there for the Blugolds. We're now at the 19-yard line. We'll replay first down. So that is an extra bonus. This will be first down and 17 or so. Could have been 2nd and 17 or 2nd and 22. Johnson fakes, throws, looking that right side, going down to the ground to make the catch. A nice catch on the near side, sliding down just outside the 10-yard line is Logan Becker, the Blugolds' leading receiver.
Yeah, Becker and Hargrove are probably the best twosome of receivers that you're going to have in the area. Now, Becker, a great athlete, and Hargrove also a great athlete. These guys can do it all after the catch, and they're very elusive.
And it'll set up a 2nd down and 9. Clark lined up to the left side of Johnson, the quarterback. He will roll out to the left with some good protection for him, rolling, still
great
rolling.
Coverage.
And throwing to the back of the end zone, and there is nobody in the air. Whoa, one-handed catch, I think, was made by Brady Lee, but he was way out of bounds.
Yeah,
that was
we're going to see that again because he actually cupped that. Watch this. Now, Lee comes off of the edge here. Kind of a little bit of a nudge, but look at this catch.
Huh.
That is awesome right there. I mean, you don't see that very often at any level of football, and Lee made that look easy.
If you're listening on the radio, talking about our live stream on YouTube, you can also find it on our free mobile app through that avenue. Got our replay system up and running to watch that one back. Nice one-handed grab. 3rd and 9 for Aquinas.
I can do that in Madden.
Man in motion, left to right, is Becker. Johnson will take it, roll out right. Now he's going to throw back left. It is caught.
Nice read.
Good pursuit by the Panthers, but breaking tackles inside the 5, down to the 1. He is in! Touchdown, Blugolds! Tyson Martin with the score. And it's 6-0 Aquinas.
Yeah, Aquinas with a great touchdown. Again, setting up that screen off of a misdirect off of the left-hand side. And we'll go back and watch this here real quick. Johnson does a good job of looking to his right, waiting for his blocking to develop, and a great run after the catch for the touchdown for the Blugolds. And, man, did Tyson Martin take a shot when he went into the end zone.
So the Blugolds with a wild first possession. They'll try to cap it with a 2-point conversion. Pitch out right, looking Brady Lee. Trying to turn the corner, no, and a hold is going to be called, and it's going to be no good, and it will remain 6-0. Blugolds lead after the touchdown on their opening possession. West Salem touches the ball for the first time when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
Maybe you should have moved your car before the cheap guy roofer started.
Why?
Why monkey around when you can have professionals? Call Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction for all your roofing and siding needs. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction. Absolutely no monkey business.
Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill in Onalaska is your family fun place with their 8-lane bowling center. What better way to spend a day than bowling with the entire family? After bowling, grab a take and bake pizza to go. They make it and you bake it. Or choose the Coulee Golf Bowl's popular broasted chicken, available daily. Check out their full menu at CouleeGB.com. Coulee Golf Bowl has 70-inch TVs and the Sunday ticket, so you and your friends can watch the green and gold in Bucky with front row seats. Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill is your family fun place at the east end of Main Street, Onalaska.
6-0 Blugolds. A surprise onside kick, and the Blugolds got it. Aquinas is going to get a double possession here to begin the game.
Did it go 10 yards? I don't know if that ball went 10 yards. I was going to say.
Oh, they're going to give it to West Salem.
That ball did not go 10 yards because I don't think that Yeah, it didn't look like it went 10 yards to me.
Well, it had to get to midfield.
So there's a lot of discussions here.
Now they are going to get.
Yeah,
they just pointed the wrong way.
That's pretty close.
They pointed the wrong way, and it was. They're going to say it was a 10.5-yard onside kick, and the Blue Golds get it.
Yeah, that was a pretty close 10 yards. I mean, you could have gone either way, and Ryan Olson's not happy.
All it's got to do is get to that midfield stripe. That's the 10-yard marker.
Yeah, one thing we didn't talk about, notice that Aquinas is in the all blues and West Salem not wearing black. They're going with the all whites to make it easier for the quarterback to decipher the defense. It's a big call.
1st and 10 for Aquinas once again. Johnson fakes the handoff, looking deep down the right side, looking for Becker. Jump ball down the sideline, incomplete. Great pass breakup by Josiah Wolbrink, who went step for step with Becker down the right sideline.
Yeah, great job by Wolbrink. And Becker is just one of those guys that he is so elusive that first step could be tragic. But Wolbrink, like you said, step for step and a great pass defense.
So they go onside kick and then try for
I sounded like I was kind of like hip right there when I said tragic. I could have went that way. I went tragic. Definitely not.
Past couple of years from Aquinas, they've got a man lined up 15 yards in the backfield over to the left side, kind of a decoy. Now they're going to throw it to him with a screen, give him a running start, and it is blown up. After a yard, maybe two, they had a catch made by Logan Becker, who gets a 15-yard running start on a screenplay.
Yeah, Fenico doing a good job on that play to break that up. Came off a block nicely, made a tackle on a really good athlete. Both these teams have really good athletes. Let's just throw it out there.
Well, both teams almost go exclusively one way. Aquinas does not play guys both ways. West Salem's got like 2 guys that will play both ways, at least as starters. Becker in motion, left to right. Johnson will roll out right. Looking. Now he'll fire, and he overthrew Becker. Incomplete. And the Panthers, I think, got a huge stop after giving up the onside kick. We'll see what Aquinas wants to do.
Yeah, and the offensive line for the Blue Golds has been really outstanding so far, Aaron. I think you would agree. Like, Johnson's got all the time in the world back there in that pocket. West Salem's got to utilize that front four, who has been so dominant this year in most games getting to the quarterback. So far, the offensive line for the Blue Golds has been outstanding.
And they will line up to punt, at least showing punt. Brady Lee back. Lee will roll out right. Looking, he'll punt it, and he'll kick it back to the left side. A wild-looking punt, and it will land at the 28-yard line for the Panthers. That was kind of a rugby punt right that went left.
Option punt, like they were kind of like doing a pistol play to see how West Salem would react and decide what to do with the football afterwards.
Not often you see a punter sprint out right and kick left.
Unless you're Pat McAfee. And then he'd probably go hit somebody on top of it, too.
So West Salem will start at the 29-yard line, their opening possession of the game, after they gave up that onside kick. Go down as just a 18-yard punt for Aquinas, and that play is blown up in the backfield. Making the tackle is Marcus Klar, as Lucas Fry was tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, nope, they're going to mark him a yard behind.
Generous spot right there.
So just a loss of 1 for Fry.
Yeah, very generous spot. I thought that was at least a loss of 2, like you said, Aaron.
McConkey in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. He'll look to throw left. It's a curl route and through the hands of Spencer Commel, incomplete. That's a drop.
Yeah, you got to catch that. It's good timing route. Everything was set up perfectly in the zone. You got to bring that in. And with the fast start Aquinas had on the board, you'd want to answer that here in this situation.
.6:52 to go in our first quarter. It's 6-0 Aquinas leading West Salem in our game of the week. Aquinas scored on their opening possession. Here's a speed option play. McConkey's going to keep himself, and there is nothing there as he gets to the 30-yard line. A gain of 2. It'll be 4th and 9, and the Panthers are going to have to punt.
Good pursuit by the Blue Gold defense right along the line of scrimmage, and McConkey didn't have anywhere to go. They closed quickly on him after he went to that left edge. And so far, Aquinas is winning the battle in the trenches here early in this game.
Back to return for the Blue Golds is Waylon Hargrove.
Micklig's the punter. I'd be careful watching for a fake in this situation.
Brady Lee, kind of a medium depth returner. And the punt is blocked. Aquinas got through. Clark will pick it up. Touchdown Blue Golds. They block the punt, return it for 6, and they lead 12-0 halfway through our first quarter.
And here's the thing, West Salem was prepared for the punt block. They had stacked the line of scrimmage, Aaron, when we go back and look at this. Look at that. They're tight inside. They're prepared for it. They got a wall right there, but just a really good job by the Blue Golds to penetrate that wall and to make a play on the punter. And touchdown Blue Golds. And, man, what a start for Aquinas here early in this game. Now Salem's just come out almost flat.
So we'll go for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point game. They will fake a pitch left. It's caught moving left to right by Hargrove. He's going to go up the field in for a 2-point conversion. Flag down, and as Scotty said, likely a hold call, and we'll have to do it again.
Yeah, right tackle on the hold, turning inside. You can see it from up here. That's a good vantage point about this press box at UWL. You get a really good vantage point of what you're seeing. And Jeff doesn't have to be in the cold either, which is, you know, always a good thing.
So I'll move back to the 13-yard line after the 10-yard penalty. And now
timeout.
Timeout. West Salem is calling timeout on the 2-point conversion. So we will take 30 seconds. We'll be right back on ESPN La Crosse.
In our town, it's the little things that matter most. A friendly wave, a helping hand, a bank that knows your name. Since 1903, Union State Bank is proud to support the individuals and businesses who make our community strong. We're committed to helping you turn your financial dreams into reality with local decisions and personal service every step of the way. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can support your financial journey. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop by North Country Steak Buffet for all-you-can-eat steaks, burgers, chicken, and pork chops. Plus, North Country's fresh salad bar, largest in La Crosse. North Country Steak Buffet.
I was there the other day for lunch. Had a nice salad.
Yeah?
Had him grill me up a nice little steak. Stayed away from the sweets. However, they were very enticing.
Salad?
You know, I didn't think about that. I should have. Mr. Moore, that's why you are a thinker.
Johnson will take the snap and the shotgun, fire under pressure, looking for Becker. That's too short with the good pressure by the Panther defense. No 2-point conversion. It stays 12-0. 6:04 to go. Panthers down 2 touchdowns early on ESPN La Crosse.
Hey everybody, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. Tuesday is a great family day, and with it we bring fried chicken and waffles, a creamy chicken lasagna to satisfy the whole family, and our fresh homemade meatloaf speaks for itself. You're going to absolutely love it. Make sure you stop on down to try this delicious menu. We look forward to seeing you. Come on down to North Country Steak Buffet at 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Dinner menu available 4 to 8 at North Country Steak Buffet.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things. drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Kick is returned up the middle by the Panthers return man in Jamison Skifton. Gets up to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, this is a big drive for the Panthers, Aaron. They need to get something going here, or this could be an Aquinas victory here very early. You don't want to get down 3 scores to the Blugolds and not answer. So in this situation, West Salem really has to respond.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Low snap. McConkey handles. Hands off up the middle. Good space. And a good run by Lucas Fry. Up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 8.
It's a good start right there. Go right off of that center left guard gap. Yeah, Aquinas' defense has been very, very stellar so far in this game. Shouldn't be surprised they're only allowing 9 points a game on average.
Snap again will be a handoff. Fry up the middle. He's got the first down by about a yard. Gain of 3 for the Panthers. And their first down of the game with 5:15 to go first quarter.
Yeah, and good rhythm. Get some momentum rolling. Just build off of it. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some play action on this play being at first down. And Drew McConkey, honestly, just keeps getting better every week. So I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Olson trusts him to do something here with the football.
Two receivers up top, one down on the bottom of the screen. McConkey, straight drop back, pressure on, up the middle, throws over to the right side, looking for Fry, incomplete. Pressure's on, good blitz.
Yeah, good almost immediate penetration by the Aquinas defense, and McConkey really didn't have a lot of time to do anything with the football. And if this continues tonight, because both times he's gone back to pass, he hasn't had a lot of opportunity to really get to the second or third read when necessary.
12-0 Aquinas leading West Salem, 4:37 to go first quarter. Opening drive touchdown and a punt block return for a touchdown for the Blugolds. Handoff up the middle, tough fighting yards up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4 for Fry. That'll be 3rd down and 6 for West Salem.
Yeah, Aquinas' defense swarming quickly on Fry. Better job of kind of not letting that play develop immediately. The last 2 traps, there was almost a freight train you could have ran through the hole. This time, nothing.
Third down for the Blugolds. Again, 2 receivers up top, 1 left. They'll put a man in motion from right to left. It's a handoff to that man in motion, and a gain of 4 on the carry by Jamison Skifton. And it'll be 4th and 2 for the Panthers at their own 39. Will they go for it?
I think you need to if you're down 2 scores already, don't you, Aaron, in this situation?
It's close.
Yeah, so far special teams has kind of been an issue for the Panthers with the onside kick recovery and the block punt.
And they are going to go for it. 1 receiver left, 1 right. McConkey. Maybe try to draw him off sides. Now he resets. And now they'll take the snap, hand it off, up the middle. Fry muscling forward. It's going to be right to the 41.
It's a good spot right there.
It's going to be close. I think he got it by about half the football.
Yep. They're going to call for a measurement, I believe.
Well, they're going to give it to him. They're going to give him all the way to the 42-yard line, a gain of 3 and a first down.
Really, really close that time for the Panthers. And a good job, acting like it was just a bait for the offsides and then just go ahead and run the play. One time on this video board, I want to see like that happy kid on the left and then the teenager not so happy on the right, because the reality is that teenager isn't always happy. Okay? We were all teenagers once. We were not happy all the time.
Another handoff to Fry, working right side, breaks through, and he's going to pick up another first down as he gets a yard past the yard line to gain, a gain of 11.
Delayed trap for the Panthers and a good run by Fry, who's really kind of solidified himself as the back now, and we have an injury on the field for the Blugolds.
Injured Aquinas defender on the ground, so we will take a break as they tend to him with 2:12 to go in our first quarter. 12-0 Aquinas over West Salem, the game of the week on ESPN La Crosse.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Bobcat is your home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. And Bubbler, an antioxidant sparkling water, boosting, energizing, and restoring balance. No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and natural caffeine.
Chase Shams, the injured Blugolds, coming off.
And 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and they run right into a brick wall. Fry gets back to the line of scrimmage. But the first one in there that time was big 79, I think.
Yep, Brandon Pierce. 6'5", 245. That is a large individual right there.
So ball once again at the Aquinas 47-yard line, and it is 2nd and 10 for West Salem with 90 seconds to go first quarter, looking for an answer after kind of getting bombarded by this Blugolds squad here in the first quarter. McConkey, quick pop pass, and he threw it little too fast that time. A little extra mustard, looking for Micklig. It's off the top of his fingers and incomplete.
Yeah, it just seems like West Salem right now is just not in rhythm. The running game's going a little bit, but when they pass, it's almost like they're rushing it. That time they had it. They had the seam route on the pop pass, like you said, Aaron, and just a little too hot right there.
He was definitely open. It would have been the first down they were looking for. Instead, 3rd and 10.
Speaking of hot, I can't wait for all the vast information tonight on the Festival Foods postgame show. How about that for a tie-in?
What a great week of high school football in this area.
Awesome.
Central and Holman playing in a very similar game to this one, just in the MBC, obviously, as McConkey will keep it this time up the middle, pulling defenders for a first down. He got 11.
Yeah, good ball fake. I like this play right here. It's really well-designed and just right off the backside of the running back, because you think Fry's got the ball, but then McConkey's right on the backside.
And then you can use Fry as an extra blocker as well.
Absolutely.
And ball will be at the 36-yard line with just about a minute to go.
And again, like we said, this is a huge drive for the Panthers. They need to get something on the board here, I think, in order to stay in this game. Special teams has been a killer so far here for West Salem, and hopefully their offense can redeem that.
McConkey, straight drop back. He's got
Good
some
protection.
time this time. Pumps, now throws. He's got a couple guys down there, and it's incomplete. And no one really looking like the intended receiver necessarily, but it was Jamison Skifton who was the one who was closest to it.
I think he was trying to hit Anderson on that skinny post, and he had him, but just let it a little too far. If he just laced that thing right over the seam, he probably would have had him. But again, though he had good protection, Aquinas did break through and get some pressure before the throw.
Second and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Blugolds. They are driving. They'll hand off to Fry, end over right side, and he will get 2 or 3 yards. Good tackle that time, going low on the outside. Clark on the tackle.
Yeah, Clark broke through that wall of just moving bodies of large human beings for West Salem, and I don't know how he got through and made that tackle. That was a really nice play. Because West Salem really controlled that play at the line of scrimmage.
And we're at 0-0 here in the first quarter. 12-0 Aquinas, an early bombardment of the Panthers. West Salem looking to answer, and they're on the drive. We'll look to complete that drive when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on YouTube.
When you're talking steel power tools, you're talking the best possible quality. And right now at Ace of Holman, you're also looking at major savings. Up to $50 off on an MS 250 chainsaw right now, only $379.99. $50 off Magnum backpack blowers, plus savings on handheld blowers. And don't forget, free batteries on select steel power tools. Deals are good until December 31st at Ace of Holman on Holman Drive.
Ready to begin the second quarter. Tight formation for West Salem on 3rd and 8. One receiver right, one left. They will hand it off up the middle to Fry, and there is really nowhere to go. He got a yard, maybe 2, and they'll set up 4th down.
Yeah, great penetration again by the Blugolds defensive line. They've done a really good job in this first half of really controlling that area of the football game.
Certainly 4-down territory, and they will go for it here on 4th and 6. Two receivers left, one right. For the Panthers, big 4th down as McConkey will drop the throw. Lots of time. He'll fire. Makibo Anderson, incomplete. Pass breakup that time is made by Jackson Woolover.
Yeah, Woolover doing a great job of just sticking man for man and getting the hand in there. No contact. Step for step. And that's a big turnover on downs for West Salem now. An even bigger possession for the West Salem defense if they want to stay in this football game, because if Aquinas goes up 3 scores, that's going to be a long mountain to climb here for the Panthers to get back into this one.
12-0 Aquinas here. Just about a minute into our second quarter, and they got the ball at the 32-yard line, their own 32. Left to right goes Becker in motion. They will hand it off up the middle and tackled right away. First one in there was Isaiah Lack, and then He went low, and coming up over the top was Sawyer Brennigan.
Yeah, this is why I say Sawyer Brennigan, one of the most underrated players in this area. That dude right there, if he tackles you, you're going to feel it for probably 3 days. I mean, look at this. Just collapsing on the running back, and great penetration by West Salem. However, they need to get a stop in this situation. False
Second
start,
down, and
Aquinas.
that was all out of sync.
Somebody was excited they were getting the football, maybe. I don't know. You know, when the crowd chants, you can't do that, I think they know. Can I just be honest and say that? I think they understand they can't do that, but pointing it out to them is really irrelevant.
In the student section's defense, well, then why would they do it? They're trying to let them know. They're trying to be nice.
Well, maybe you should look at the student section. You shouldn't do that. I don't know. Be polite. Be kind.
Here's a fake pitch, and now they'll go deep down the left sideline.
Nice
Johnson
route.
looking for Brady Lee. Got him on the run. Touchdown, Blugolds. A beautiful throw from Johnson right on the money.
Wow.
71 yards and a score.
Brady Lee just burned the defender on the edge. Just absolutely toasted him. Watch this route. Goes right by him. I mean, it wasn't even a fake. There was nothing. That's just pure speed. Pure speed right there by Lee. That was just a beautiful 9 route to the end zone.
Aquinas will go for 2 again, up 18-0.
What a throw by Johnson, too.
Johnson will throw again, looking back corner. Jump ball, what a catch. Going up and making the grab is Calvin Barr, and the 2-point conversion is good, and Aquinas leads 20-0. Panthers desperate for an answer when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
Union State Bank proudly supporting local athletes who make our hometowns proud. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. 20-0. Aquinas jumping all over the Panthers here in the first quarter and 2 minutes. Plenty of time remaining for the Panthers to get back in this one, but they cannot.
Yeah, they got to score
mess around.
They got to score on this possession, or this game is over.
Kickoff is away. Good kick all the way down to the 7-yard line. It is caught by Skipton, and on the return crosses the 20 and gets up to the 21, and West Salem will start there.
I'm really surprised by this. I'll be honest with you. And the 2 special team miscues are going to haunt the Panthers, I think, for the rest of this game, because they're going to have to score here. They're going to have to get a stop, get one more score before the half if they want to have a chance to get back into this game.
Well, the good news is they do get the ball to begin the second half,
yes.
So they do have a chance if they would like to double up.
I just think this is a critical possession, don't you, Aaron? I think they got to answer here because Aquinas has all the momentum, and Brady Lee just made toast out of that defender. I mean, that was just an impressive display of speed and athleticism. I mean, he didn't even stop and go. He just blew right by him. I mean, that's crazy.
10 minutes to go here, second quarter. 1st and 10 for West Salem. 2 receivers left and right, and a flag from the back judge. and a delay of game on West Salem. So 5 more yards, add insult to injury right now for West Salem as they try to get back in it. Here's a fake handoff on the end around. Now they'll give it up the middle to Fry, and he gets a single yard on 1st and 15.
Yeah, and in this situation, you're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. I know they're a little concerned, but being deep in your own area of the field and got to get down and score here. I mean, you got to have a little bit more. I think more of an aggressive play call. I think in this situation.
Well, they don't have a completion yet at this point. 0 for 5 throwing the football. 2 receivers up top. 1 receiver down on the right. Conkey throws it quick. It's a screen and it's incomplete.
That was super close to being another huge turnover. And look at that one more time. I mean, Aquinas read this perfectly. And 19, I believe, came up on that Waylon Hargrove and almost picked that off. I mean, he was a second away from taking that back to the house for the Blugolds. And we haven't talked about how good Aquinas' defense has been this year, but they've only allowed 9 points a game. And, you look back and they blew out Columbus. I mean, and you look at their schedule, they haven't played a lot of tough teams other than Columbus, but blew them out. So impressive so far. I'm going to say that I underrated them a little bit here.
Timeout West Salem, 3rd and 14 upcoming. Need a good play here, so they will take a timeout, talk it over. We'll be right back here on ESPN La Crosse.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet, bringing you some tasteful tips on how to savor your hunger. Wednesday, we have all-you-can-eat wings that feature Frank's Red Hot, garlic lemon pepper, Jamaican jerk, and new barbecue ranch to go along with our rotating specialty pizzas. From pepperoni and sausage all the way to chicken bacon ranch. Also our tasty teriyaki beef and broccoli you all love. What are you waiting for? Come on down to North Country Steak Buffet at 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Dinner menu available 4 to 8 at North Country Steak Buffet.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, a local family-owned company in West Salem, proudly serving residential and commercial customers. Providing free estimates and 24-hour emergency service, G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, West Salem.
Now's the time to give them a call, right, Aaron? We're getting to that time of year. A little brisk this morning at the household in Holman.
Well, lucky for us, this week and next week, we're in the booth. We're inside, so we don't have to worry about dressing warm as the Panthers are back at it. Trips left, looking. And floating down the sideline, he's got a man. It is caught! What a catch! No! They are going to say it's out of bounds.
Really? I don't know. I'm going to take a look at this one more time. The roll out here. I just want to watch the feet for Skifton. I think that's a catch.
That looks like a catch.
He got 1 foot in bounds. That's a catch. That's a bad call.
Are they going to call up to us and say, hey, we want to replay?
No, obviously they're not going to do that. So,
wow, that would have been a huge momentum shift, at least in terms of feeling like you got something going for West Salem, but incomplete. Skifton with a nice catch.
What a throw by McConkey, too. A lot of raw skills.
And Micklig will punt, nearly blocked again. This is a great punt by Micklig. Good air time all the way back to the 36-yard line.
Nice
Return
block
by Hargrove up the right sideline. He's got some room, and there's going to be a
flag.
Yeah, it's going to be a crackback block. That is a dangerous block by the Aquinas punt return team.
And they didn't have to do that. They had the seam. Hargrove had a touchdown on that play.
Well, there's 3 flags thrown for the same crackback block.
I was going to say maybe they got something else too.
And there is 1 flag down by where Micklig punted the ball away. So there are at least 2 penalties on this play. If it's roughing the kicker,
that gives West Salem.
That's in that area where Micklig punted. It would be a first down for the Panthers. Now, if that's not what that is, that crackback block will not change possession, just change field position. Holding.
Declined. Personal foul.
Yeah,
Nope.
That's a crackback block.
Declined.
That's declined.
Roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
So West Salem will get the ball.
Wow.
That's huge.
Wow. So there is a hold on the return. That's declined. There is a crackback block, personal foul. That is declined, both by West Salem, because the Blugolds ran into Micklig, who was punting it away, roughing the punter, and a 15-yard penalty will give the Panthers a first down.
Now, this is a break that West Salem needs right now, and they need to convert on this opportunity. Special teams loom large in this game. Aquinas with 2 great plays on special teams and now making a mistake, which could set up the Panthers maybe getting something on the board here.
So ball now at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Feels like I'm watching a Packer game.
Maybe a ball don't lie situation on
Yeah.
that catch. Panthers get to continue their possession here, and they'll hand off on an end around, looking for a wide receiver
Yep,
throw.
go.
But Skifton's going to keep it on the ground, and he will get 4 yards.
That was a really smart play by Skifton. Aquinas had that play scouted, and they were prepared. There was no hesitation at all by the secondary of the Blugolds. They were right with receivers step for step. That would have been picked off if they threw the football. It was a good decision.
So 2nd down and 6 for West Salem. 8:18, and the clock is running here in the second quarter. It's 20-0 Aquinas leading. They have jumped all over the Panthers to begin this one.
Yeah, their defense has been just stout.
It's going to be a handoff. Fry. He's going to try to bounce it outside, but great job by the Blugolds setting the edge. Fry cuts back and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 6.
The athleticism of Aquinas' front 6, because they're running 3 men up front, 3 linebackers, it looks like, on every play. They are step for step with what West Salem's trying to do on the edges. It's a stalemate. It's a big word. No? I thought it was.
It's only 9
letters. Been losing too many Scrabble games with my wife.
Roll out right by McConkey. He's going to keep it, and he's going to dive himself forward to the 40-yard line. They'll set up a 4th and 2, and we'll see if the Panthers want to go for it again here.
Yeah, I think they need to. And here's the thing, like Aquinas' special teams, they've really been getting after the punting unit for West Salem, and I think it's almost a given that you go for it here being down 20-0.
It's about the nose of a football longer than 2 yards, and wow, they're going to take McConkey off the field, and they're going to punt it away here.
I'm really surprised by this call by Coach Olson.
Got a tick over 2 yards to go. And Micklig back to punt at around his own 26.
Aquinas is keeping their defense out there, wondering about a fake here in this situation. Almost like a safety unit.
They've got no one back to receive the punt, and now West Salem will take their final timeout of the half with 6:20 to go. Clearly did not like something, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll see what the Panthers want to do on 4th down on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Place to meet your family and friends before or after the game in downtown West Salem's Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill. Made from scratch daily lunch specials. Find them on Facebook, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Well, the Panthers come back out in the punt formation, and they will punt it away. And Micklig is going to add a lot to his punt average here, as this one will bounce inside the 10, inside the 5. It is a perfect punt, and the Panthers get down. They'll touch it inside the 5, and way backed up are the Blugolds, although they might take it as they force another stop and lead 20-0.
Yeah, a positive special teams play for the Panthers. Great punt by Mickleg. And again, Aquinas watching for the fake, almost a safe unit out there, not trying to return the punt. They're up 20-0. Why take the risk? I think that's a good call by Tom Lee and his staff on the other side.
They'll mark it at the 4-yard line, so a 56-yard punt for Mickleg.
Again, how about what Tom Lee has done with this program, Aaron? We haven't even talked about that. Just, what they've done over the last 10, 15 years in this area has been impressive, from almost not having football to being state champions. It's crazy to talk about.
The thing with Aquinas, too, and Tom Lee is the entire time he was like, we will win state championships here. And that was when they were barely getting enough guys to come out for the team. And here's a screenplay over to Becker, left side. Good block, and Becker will get across the 15, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, how about this block by Hargrove? I mean, this was a man block right here. He just was step for step and perfect, just right under the pads. I mean, you could say maybe a little bit of a tug, but honestly, the leverage was there. That is how you do it. And that was just dominating right there.
But yeah, back when Aquinas wasn't hardly winning a game, Tom Lee takes over and says, we will win state championships.
And they were in the MVC at that time, too. And, now it's just impressive.
Now everyone hates them because they're too good.
And isn't that in every sport?
There's a handoff up the middle. Everyone wants Aquinas to jump up divisions and keep moving up divisions, and they just keep making the state championship
but again,
game.
The enrollment thing, right? You can't do it based on the enrollment, and they have a very fair argument, I think, about why they're in the division they are. You can talk about the state championships and the head count, but it's based on enrollment. It's not the head count of the sport.
Teachout got a gain of 4. And the Blugolds have 2nd and 6, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Teachout blocking for Johnson, who rolls out right, throws. It's caught, turning the corner. Martin, he's wrestled out of bounds a yard shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Good timing route. Well done. And Johnson has become very comfortable as the season's progressed. And you can see, better and better and better decisions almost every week in that area. And guys turn into a great leader for Aquinas. You wonder about, the void that could be left at quarterback. There's no void. Johnson, this is his team, and he's done a great job this year.
Officially a gain of 4. It sets up 3rd and 2 with 4:45 to go in our second quarter.
Blitz.
Aquinas leading 20-0. Johnson, quick throw. Becker catches it on the out route, and it's a first down for Aquinas. Ball up to the 34-yard line, and a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, great job that time by the running back to pick up the blitz of Bennett Finico on that left-hand side, and that gave Johnson just enough time to get that ball out and get to the hot receiver on the hot route. Man, I always think of Wedding Crashers when hot route, whenever you say that. Such a great movie. Underrated in American culture. Right up there with Step Brothers and Old School.
1st and 10, 4:15 to go second quarter. Handoff to Teachout up the middle, and he will gain 3 yards. Did the ball come out?
Sure did. And West Salem says they have it.
And they did, and the Panthers do get on top of it. Teachout fumbles. The Panthers get a huge stop on defense and take over in enemy territory.
Yeah, and West Salem needed that, right? I mean, it looked like Aquinas was going to go down the field again and maybe put another one on the board, but that defense for the Panthers comes up big. And now let's see if they can do something here with 4:10 left in the first half to get something on the board, because like we alluded to, they get the ball back in the second half. Oh, by the way, Aaron, all those movies I mentioned, none of them won an Academy Award, so I guess you couldn't say they're American classics.
1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 36 of the Blugolds. Needing a score as McConkey will roll left and keep it himself. Blocks out ahead, makes a cut back up the field, still on his feet into the red zone, down to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, this is a nice little quarterback option. Good blocking right here. And again, just a good setup, and really you're getting that seal on the left side to break that. And McConkey's so strong. I mean, he just really is just a natural athlete with everything that he does. Again, Aquinas' defense has been so good here tonight. That's really the first big play that they've allowed in this game.
First down. McConkey keeps this time. He's tripped. He had a lane, but he got tripped up and gets just 2 yards on the carry.
Brandon Pierce again, 79. We've called his number a couple times here tonight. Another great play on McConkey.
Coming up on 3.5 minutes to go, second quarter. West Salem will get the ball to begin the second half. So they're hoping to get a couple of scores here. One on each end of the half and get back in it, trailing 20-0 right now. McConkey hands up the middle this time, and the run
Fumble.
by Caden Langer. He fumbles.
Yep.
Nope, they're going to say he's down. The far
Okay.
side official says he is down.
And see, that looked like to me that ball came out before he was down. I mean, that ball popped out before he fell down, and from what I could see over here. So West Salem got a break.
I'll mark him at the 12 and a gain of 4 for Caden Langer. Sets up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4. And a big third down here with 2:40 to go. Got 2 downs, get 4 yards. McConkey rolling left, setting his feet, looking. Now he's going to get taken down by a quartet of Blugolds. It's a sack all the way back near the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's a bad sack right there by McConkey. And he had time, and he did have a open receiver down the seam. I don't think he's seen it.
That's a gain or a loss of 10 on the sack. And that sets up a 4th down and 14 for the Panthers. They had 3rd and 4. That's one of those where, hey, let's just throw the ball away and move on to 4th down.
Yeah, you can't take that sack.
Inside of 2 minutes here in the second quarter, big 4th down for the Panthers. They need 14 yards to continue the possession. McConkey looking to throw, fires right side, looking for skipped in, incomplete.
Great coverage.
And the Blugolds answer after they turn the ball over, and the offense gets the ball back for Aquinas.
Yeah, and I just want to highlight this coverage by Aquinas because right here, look at that. They're just hawking the football and seeing everything, and the safeties are playing perfectly in that cover 2 kind of cloud that they're running right there, and it's a perfect area to run that in the end zone because you know they're going to try and score. So why not, keep your guys as deep as you can keep them and just ball hawk the football, and that's exactly what they did. Aquinas' defense has been the star of the show so far in this game. They've been outstanding.
So Aquinas maybe looking to get a score. We'll see what they want to do here. Maybe they'll just kneel it. And it looks like they will. West Salem cannot stop the clock the rest of the half. And they will kneel it down here with 1:30 to go. And they are more than content going into the half up 20-0, it seems. Kind of an interesting decision.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by this. I actually thought that they might try to put one more score up.
You
but
have
now
your 3 timeouts. You got a minute and a half. Maybe you just don't want to make that brutal mistake.
Right.
Give the Panthers a free score.
And, the fumble on the last possession would maybe put Tom Lee in that safety mode.
Three in One Construction's located next to the post office in West Salem, specializing in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. Check out all their services at 3in1construction.net. With driveultra.org, you're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union, giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. And the third kneel down of the possession for the Blugolds will get them to halftime, leading 20-0. Pure domination from the Blugolds in the first half. And they are looking on their way to a Coulee Conference title. The Panthers have some work to do in half number 2. 20-0 at the break. The game of the week on ESPN La Crosse.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. Got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Put the strength of a leader in retirement planning to work for you. Hansen & Associates, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, will work with you to develop a financial plan and track progress toward your goals. A 2025 Forbes Best in State Wealth Management Team right here in the Coulee region. Visit their website at hansonprivatewealth.com. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee may lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
Maybe you should have moved your car before the cheap guy roofer started.
Why?
Why monkey around when you can have professionals? Call Kenthammer A1 Roofing and Construction for all your roofing and siding needs. Kenthammer A1 Roofing and Construction. Absolutely no monkey business.
Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
All right, bring it in. We got a lot of square footage to cover this season. Square feet! It's all about zone coverage. Make sure we got adequate flow through the routes. Coverage! We gotta lock down those escape routes. Block the drafts. Drafts! We got our best five, Caden, Noah, BJ, Tanner, Jake. You gotta protect Goodman. He's bringing the heat. En fuego. All on you, Goodman. Make us proud.
Bring the heat this season. Call G&T.
For the best senior air conditioning guaranteed.
Rish Heating and Air Conditioning. Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 786-2676. time for retirement planning. Talk with Casey Virgin and the folks at Hansen & Associates, a private wealth advisory practice in La Crosse. Get the personal financial advice you need at Hansen & Associates. 20-0 is our score here at the break. Aquinas all over West Salem in the first half.
Yeah, and it was really dominating performance by Aquinas' defense. The special teams miscues, though, are massive in this game. The onside kick early, the block punt, those two things led to 12 points for the Blugolds and really, kind of set West Salem up in a very large predicament coming into the second half. And they're going to have to score right off the bat, I think, getting the ball back. I was a little surprised that Aquinas didn't want to add one more if they had time, because now West Salem, if they score, they're really right back in this game. So if you're Coach Olson and the West Salem coaching staff, you got to pull your team in and just tell them you got one more half to play, right? This could end up being a classic football game if they could come back in this one. However, Aquinas so far has looked really dominant defensively. I don't know. Right now, it doesn't look like West Salem can really move the ball. They're not really getting a lot of chunk plays like we're accustomed to, Aaron, Aquinas is really prepared for McConkey and that big arm of his. They're playing deep. They're not letting the receivers get past him. They're doing a great job reacting to his rollouts defensively. There's a lot of things they're doing well. And to top it off, McConkey's not really getting a lot of time, in the pocket. Like, it seems like he's got it, and then someone's right there, just to kind of throw him off a little bit. So it's a credit to the Blugolds. I really thought West Salem, when I looked at the tail of the tape, had the edge up front, but not tonight. Aquinas has played great up front.
Crossroads Bar and Grill, your perfect landing spot after the game or any time. Check out their ice cream parlor and just opening their arcade,
awesome,
their new arcade, yeah. So go check it out, Crossroads Bar and Grill in Onalaska in that Timbers building just down the hill from the high school. New arcade out today. Go check it out at Crossroads Bar and Grill. We'll take a break. More to come in our halftime coverage. 20-0 Aquinas over West Salem on ESPN La Crosse.
In our town, it's the little things that matter most. A friendly wave, a helping hand, a bank that knows your name. Since 1903, Union State Bank is proud to support the individuals and businesses who make our community strong. We're committed to helping you turn your financial dreams into reality with local decisions and personal service every step of the way. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can support your financial journey. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. Got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill in Onalaska is your family fun place with their 8-lane bowling center. What better way to spend a day than bowling with the entire family? After bowling, grab a take and bake pizza to go. They make it and you bake it. Or choose the Coulee Golf Bowl's popular broasted chicken, available daily. Check out their full menu at CouleeGB.com. Coulee Golf Bowl has 70-inch TVs and the Sunday ticket, so you and your friends can watch the green and gold and Bucky with front row seats. Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill is your family fun place at the east end of Main Street, Onalaska.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
When you're talking steel power tools, you're talking the best possible quality. And right now at Ace of Holman, you're also looking at major savings. Up to $50 off on an MS-250 chainsaw right now, only $379.99. $50 off Magnum backpack blowers, plus savings on handheld blowers. And don't forget, free batteries on select steel power tools. Deals are good until December 31st at Ace of Holman on Holman Drive.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
Ken Hammer, A1 Roofing and Construction, a trusted name in the Coulee region for generations, a proud sponsor of high school football. 20-0 our score at the halftime. Scotty, what does West Salem have to do to get back in this one?
Well, they need to get something going quickly. And, you know, they don't really have a lot of time to think about what the priority is right now. They got to score. So what do, right? Get those explosive plays back that you had going on. You know, McConkey's had a great year, and I would trust him with the football in this situation and let him make a play. The running game has really not been that existent because Aquinas' defensive line has done such a great job. So I think you're going to see a little bit more pass here from the Panthers in this situation. However, you know, it's going to have to be a very high urgency possession right off the bat for West Salem to come out and get into the end zone, because if they don't, they give the ball back to the Blugolds immediately and they score, the game's pretty much done. Let's just be honest at this point. You know, the other thing that I'm really looking at right now is the special teams concerns tonight, right? You know, West Salem has had two huge miscues on special teams. You know, Aquinas had that block to, you know, the roughing the kicker penalty. So special teams has loomed large in this game. I think the big play, though, and I want to see if we got this right here, is this deep ball to Brady Lee. You know, really, this was just a great throw by Johnson. And look at the pure, unadulterated speed right there by Brady Lee. I mean, that was just you talk about, you know, back in the day we talked about burnt toast, right, Aaron? That was burnt toast. And you could have put some cinnamon and sugar on that thing, too, on the back end.
Nothing better than toast with cinnamon and sugar on it.
And you can say it was a sweet throw as well to put it on top of it if we want to go into some algorithm with things that aren't good for you, you know. But
man, my grandma used to get that cinnamon sugar and put it on toast all the time.
You know, the only person I would trust to do that is me and my brother. I never trusted my dad to feed us anything when we were children. And my dad's awesome, but whenever he was home and my mom wasn't there, we were all afraid of what he was going to put in the macaroni and cheese. It was like a mystery. It still haunts my childhood to this day. Just so you know, I hope my dad's listening so he can respond to that.
Coulee Golf Balls, your family fun place located at 100 Green Coulee Road in Onalaska. Stop in and visit their 8-lane bowling center. Proud sponsor of high school football, Coulee Golf Ball.
I do have a couple scores real quick. Luther up Westby up on Luther 6-0 in the second. Bangor over New Lisbon at the half, 40-0. At the half, currently Onalaska 27-0 over Toma. Now Onalaska now ranked in Division 3 after last week's poll. I believe they're number 10 if I'm correct. Holman and Central up 20-6 at the half, and the Vikings right now, I don't think they've been really behind all season, if I recall. So this will be their first
the game
test.
we were at, they were behind for most of it.
For most
made
of it,
that comeback.
That's true. But I mean, not in that kind of way though. They've been in every game pretty close.
Oh, you can check out all the scores and stats and hear Scotty and Cooper, who's over
I think
on
Jeff should do it.
1021. Yeah, I don't know how that would go over.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Jeff's
Everyone wants to
entertaining.
listen to you and
No
your
one-
analysis.
No one wants to listen to me.
That's
Will
why
you
you're the
stop
guy on the
lying to
Festival Foods postgame show
lying
every
to
day
the
with
public?
John Papadopoulos. He's waiting back at the studio, collecting all the data he can for postgame coverage. We'll take a break.
We get a lie
Second
detector in
half coming
here?
up next on ESPN La Crosse.
In our town, it's the little things that matter most. A friendly wave, a helping hand, a bank that knows your name. Since 1903, Union State Bank is proud to support the individuals and businesses who make our community strong. We're committed to helping you turn your financial dreams into reality with local decisions and personal service every step of the way. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can support your financial journey. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Maybe you should have moved your car before the cheap guy roofer started.
Why?
Why monkey around when you can have professionals? Call Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction for all your roofing and siding needs. Kent Hammer A1 Roofing and Construction. Absolutely no monkey business.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
What I feel makes Hilltopper unique as a company is the biggest thing, it's a family-owned company.
I guarantee a customer, if they're unhappy, call me and we will make it right.
When you say you're going to pick up the material once a week, you do it. When you say you're going to take this material and recycle it, you do it. When you say you charge the same amount for the same service for other customers, that's what you do.
Hilltopper Refuse, serving the Coulee region.
Back here at UWL, they just announced on the PA system the one score they read was Central and Holman. And the PA guy says Central 20, Holman 6. And we heard a few, at least enough people around the stands, loud enough for us to kind of hear a grumbling about the score of Central over Holman right now at halftime. Leading by 2 scores, that's at Holman. And this kickoff by the Blugolds goes out of bounds to begin the second half. So West Salem will get really good field position as they try to work themselves back out of a 20-0 deficit.
Now, I haven't seen that West Salem team that we saw in the first half. A lot of mistakes, a lot of things that they want to redirect and correct, and oh wow, a different formation here from the Panthers. 3 backs.
Interesting as they go
Like
right
an
up the
option.
middle. Lucas Fry, that middleman, gets up to the 40-yard line, a gain of 5.
Wow, almost an option look right there for the Panthers. Interesting.
You know what it kind of reminds me of is years ago when they made the state championship game and they played Monroe. Remember that Monroe used that formation? They had 3 big dudes in the backfield, and now an injured Panther down on the ground is John Sebastian.
Yeah, that'd be a big loss. He's had a good year for the Panthers up front.
All right, we'll take a break as they tend to Sebastian. We'll be right back here as West Salem tries to get back into it down. Oh, nope, we're going to stick here. Looks like Sebastian's getting up pretty quickly here. He's going to need a little help off. Now he's going to just hobble over, so we will stay here. That's good news that he didn't put a ton of weight on it. He was able to get over to the sideline on his own.
Yeah, maybe an ankle. Just got to get looked at and taped up possibly. Wasn't Wayne Sackett the coach of the West Salem Panthers back in that time, Aaron, when they ran that style of offense?
I'm saying when West Salem faced Monroe, Monroe ran that.
When we were there.
Yeah,
that's
when we
right.
were there with
Okay.
Justin Yane.
Justin Yane and that crew.
Here's a rollout, now a throw by McConkey, deep down the right sideline, looking for a man. It's caught! Going up and getting it is Josiah Wolbrink, all the way inside the 25-yard line.
I think I don't remember that day because I was pretty cold and I wasn't feeling well, if I remember correctly. Look at this throw, though. Again, McConkey showing off that cannon. And look at that. 50 yards on a rope. What a catch, too.
Down to the 24-yard line it goes. It's a 36-yard gain. The first completion of the game for West Salem. Here's McConkey
Good
rolling
block.
left, trying to turn the corner. He will get about 3.
Yeah, West Salem needed that, definitely. Need a little bit of nos in that offense.
First completion of the game comes a half minute into our second half.
Maybe they, at the locker room, they all had a PEB, performance-enhancing bubbler, to help them get some balance, right? We know our cameraman had probably like 2. Now they're back in that option-style offense again here, Aaron.
3 running backs in the backfield, all lined up like a fullback, tight to McConkey, and they will give it up the middle, and I believe that was Fry again on the carry, up to the 18-yard line.
I mean, if you're getting chunks like that every time, the only thing is I would be getting to the line a little bit quicker in this situation, being down 3 scores, and catch Aquinas off guard. But that's why I'm up here and not down there.
It's a gain of 4 for Fry and sets up 3rd down and 4 for West Salem as they go back into that formation. They will turn, and they'll give it on the left side this time, and it's going to be a 1st down. Turning the corner inside the 10-yard line. On the carry goes Isaiah Lack, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers.
And how do you control the quickness of Aquinas' defensive line? You stack the box, right? And that's what they're doing right now, is just pushing back on this defense that really controlled the first half. Right now, they are just sending a message to the Blugolds that they're not going to let them go in and disrupt. Now 4 down.
Lack.
Sorry, Aaron. 4 down linemen now for the Blugolds.
And they'll hand it off up the middle to Fry again, and he will get a yard. And we'll set up 2nd and goal at the 8. They're actually going to put it back at the 9-yard line, so nothing on the carry. I'm not sure West Salem has shown that formation all year long.
No, they haven't.
And we haven't done all their games and seen every play, but it doesn't seem like they've shown that formation. More normal formation here. McConkey will keep it along the right side, cutting up the field down inside the 5. And they're going to mark him right at the 5-yard line, a gain of 4.
That was more of the traditional West Salem offense we're accustomed to, that pistol style where they're going to run the quarterback or the back off a trap end or McConkey keeper.
Now, the Panthers and Ryan Olsen, they've always had something up their sleeve. Last year, Trevor Arntz was running the ball a lot while also playing offensive line.
Yeah, Trevor can run really well. His dad, on the other hand, he couldn't run very good. Kidding, Pete.
McConkey will give it to Fry up the middle, working himself forward. He'll get up to the 2-yard line, and it'll be 4th and goal from the 2.
I'll never forget the one practice I was playing special teams and Pete Arntz said hello to me in my ear hole. I'll never forget that as long as I live. So down there, he's probably remembering that moment as I say that comment. This is a must score for the Panthers, right, Aaron? You got to score on this possession.
Hughes coming in?
Yes, I do.
Sawyer
Big Sawyer.
Brannigan.
Here we go. Are we going to go some Warren Sapp action here? Refrigerator Perry action with the big guy?
Sawyer Brannigan in on that offensive line, usually strictly defensive tackle. No. Under center, turning, Fry working towards the goal line. Aquinas says he's short.
Yep, so do the officials.
And the officials say he's short. Down inside the 1-yard line.
What a stand by the Aquinas defense. And bringing in the heavy artillery with Sawyer Brannigan, and the Blugolds still make a huge stop.
It's a gain of 1 for Fry, and the Panthers are turned away.
How disheartening is that for the Panthers, Aaron? You get down there, you get the big play on the pass. It looks like you got something going. And, again, that Aquinas defense, they've been good all year and come up big again. And now Aquinas has a chance, if they can march down the field and put another one on the board, to really put the Panthers in dire straits.
Well, ball's at the 1-yard line. Tip of the football, touching the 1-yard line. Aquinas goes 2 running backs on each side of Johnson, 1 on each side, 2 total. 2 receivers right, and they will hand off to the one on the right side, and spinning away from tackles and getting out of the shadow of the end zone up to the 5-yard line. That was maybe a gain of 1 or 2 for Clar, and he got 4.
Yeah, it's a good strong run by Clar, and West Salem raking in that football as he's going through, and obviously they're thinking fumble, trying to get that ball away, and another injury here. It looks like a cramp for the Panthers.
How about this for statistics? In the first half, West Salem had 0 passing yards. They were 0 of 8. But that, if you take passing yards and rushing yards for each side, that was still more passing yards than Aquinas had rushing yards.
Isn't that something?
Aquinas had -9 rushing, or -12
and again, those,
rushing yards in the first half.
Those turnovers are just huge. And you can't give opportunities to a good team like the Blugolds. They'll just eat you alive.
2nd down and 6. Handoff again.
Nice
Working that
cut.
left side, and a lot of room up to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 for Marcus Clar.
You know, Clar does a good job here. This cut is impressive. Like, he was patient. He let the play develop, and he just comes off the back end of the left guard right here. And that is just a really good patient run by Clar.
Now into positive rushing go the Blugolds. For the first time tonight, Landon Teachout was the only guy to record positive yards on the ground on any single rush in the first half. Here's another run up the middle. Couple jump cuts left and right before getting the line of scrimmage for Clar, who gets up to the 22-yard line, and a gain of 6.
The only positive yard I've ever done is when I mow.
And going quickly, and too quick for the Blugolds as a false start. No one was really set, so maybe more of a legal procedure that time.
Did you like mowing the yard, Aaron, when you were a kid?
Yeah, it was okay.
I liked it when I got to drive the riding lawnmower.
Yeah, we always really had a push mower.
Yeah.
Even with some bigger yards, so it wasn't always great.
Yeah, we had a big yard, and my dad used to make me push mow it when I was younger, but then, you know, all of a sudden, magically, he got a riding lawnmower after I turned 17, you know. Good workout.
I think they're going to say timeout before the penalty, timeout by West Salem before the penalty. So 30 seconds, we'll be back. It's 20-0 Aquinas over West Salem on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's Casey Virgin with Hansen & Associates in La Crosse. For nearly 20 years, we've done our best to help people in the Coulee region plan for retirement, and we'd love to do the same for you. Now, if you're asking yourself, how much do I need to retire? Or how do I even start the process? Let's talk. In fact, let's find the perfect game plan for you.
For more, visit HansonPrivateWealth.com.
Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee. May lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
So after the West Salem timeout, it'll be 2nd and 4 for Aquinas. This possession started at the 1-yard line. Johnson takes a snap and hands off up the middle, and there is nothing there. Blown up by the Panther defense. 3 or 4 guys in there on the tackle. Jace Massa was the one on the carry. He got nothing on the ground. Maybe lost a yard that time.
Yeah, it looked like he lost a yard. Sawyer Brennigan in first really disrupted that play, but the West Salem linebackers finishing it off. It's the first time 79's really gotten in the backfield in this game tonight. Landon Micklig has been awfully quiet.
6.5 to go in our third quarter. 20-0 Aquinas. Johnson fakes a handoff. He'll throw it up. Becker, hotly contested. The Panthers are saying incomplete, and the official is saying complete.
Wow. This is just a tough catch by Becker. Yeah, look at this. Now, he's got time, good protection, and Becker just goes up and look at that. Just cradles it there. That's just a great play. Good job using his body as a shield for the football.
And the sticks are on the move again as Johnson will hand it off. Good jump cut, and that will allow a gain of 4 that time. The carry by Clark.
Yeah, Aquinas' offensive line starting to get a little bit more push into that second level now as this game goes on.
.5:20 to go, third quarter. 20-0 Blue Gold lead in our game of the week on ESPN La Crosse. It's going to be a counter end around, and the carry will get a yard.
Yeah,
carry by Jace Massa.
Yeah, well defended by the Panthers. Did a great job. They didn't let that flow of the offensive line throw them off as they came back with a running back and then the receiver on the back end of that counter, like you said, Aaron. Interesting way to run a receiver sweep.
3rd and 5 now for Aquinas.
For that play to be successful, the linebackers have to completely decommit.
2 receivers right and 2 left for Johnson. The man in the backfield blocking for him as he drops the throw. Becker again on the out route. Makes the grab across the 40. Tackled out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7 and another first down.
Yeah, I mean, Becker has been, lights out this season, and he's obviously the go-to guy in this offense. And, the last 2 third downs, it's been right to him and good timing. And actually, Landon Micklig got in the backfield that time, but Johnson had enough time to get that ball out and a really good route by Becker to get the first down conversion. Aquinas is just continuing to move the football. You got to think this West Salem defense is tired. They've been on the field quite a bit in this game.
Trips out to the left for the Blue Golds, and it's a handoff and fumbled, and the Panthers jumped on top. It was a misexchange between Johnson and his running back. I think it was Clark back there. Johnson pulled it, but Clark was touching it, and it bobbled, and the Panthers got the ball.
Yeah, Parker Whitaker with the recovery for the Panthers, and that's a huge turnover for the Blue Golds, who have been pretty mistake-free for the most part in this football game, except for the roughing the kicker call. And now West Salem with another opportunity. 2 lost fumbles tonight for the Blue Golds. Very uncharacteristic of them.
Well, it's another opportunity, but they're running out of time to have enough opportunities to get back in this one.
They got to score here.
To throw, McConkey completes. Up to the 30, maybe down to the 29, and a gain of 10. And a first down as the catch is made over on that far side by Spencer Commel.
Yeah, Commel, good timing route. McConkey, just really good three-step release. Aquinas playing safe on the edges that time. That zone was wide open. And you got to think the Panthers are going to be a little bit more aggressive here with their play calling with only 3:40 left in this quarter.
Only 15 minutes left to get 3 touchdowns. They have just 2 timeouts remaining as well. McConkey will keep it over along the left side with Fry blocking for him, and McConkey gets inside the 25 up to the 23 or 22-yard line. We'll see where the official wants to mark that forward progress.
A score update on Alaska, up now 35-0 over Toma in the third quarter. Thank you to our listeners and people that are watching on the stream. You know, you can subscribe on that stream, Aaron, by just clicking that subscribe button on our YouTube page if you want to keep up with all the games and when we go live.
Wow, that sounds like a really easy thing to do.
It does. It does.
There's even a bell, I think, that notifies you when we go live, so you don't even have to
I just wish I had a bell that notified me when it was time to wake up.
Fake handoff up the middle, pop pass, Landon Micklig breaks 2 tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, West Salem, they're on the board. 23 yards from McConkey to Micklig.
Yep, and that pop pass was wide open last time they ran it, Aaron, and it was just too hot of a throw, but this time, as we go back and watch it, McConkey does a great job. 1, 2, out. That ball is out after 2 steps, and then Landon Micklig just doing what he does with his athleticism. Talked about on his defensive prowess, but right there doing a great job after the catch to get his team on the board and see if West Salem can make a comeback. That's a huge score right there.
Landon Wigriff on for the extra point for the Panthers. Trying to get it to within 13. Operation good, kick good, and it's 20-7 West Salem. With a little light at the end of that tunnel if they can get another stop here when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
All right, bring it in. We got a lot of square footage to cover this season. Square feet! It's all about zone coverage. Make sure we got adequate flow through the routes. Coverage! We got to lock down those escape routes. Block the drafts. Drafts! We got our best 5, Caden, Noah, BJ, Tanner, Jake. You got to protect Goodman. He's bringing the heat. And Flagel. All on you, Goodman. Make us proud.
Bring the heat this season. Call G&T.
For the best senior air conditioning guaranteed.
Hey everybody, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. Tuesday is a great family day, and with it, we bring fried chicken and waffles, a creamy chicken lasagna to satisfy the whole family, and our fresh homemade meatloaf speaks for itself. You're gonna absolutely love it. Make sure you stop on down to try this delicious menu. We look forward to seeing you. Come on down to North Country Steak Buffet at 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Dinner menu available 4 to 8 at North Country Steak Buffet.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Chris Riggles with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska. Panthers are on the board here tonight. It's 20-7. As they kick one away, it's caught nicely on the run at about the 20-yard line. And here goes Hargrove turning the corner. To midfield, crosses midfield.
Wow.
And down at the 47 of the Panthers.
How many athletes can you put back there? You know, and Aquinas is just, you know, very lucky to have the talent that they have. Because, I mean, Hargrove has been just a beast in this game here tonight, and he makes a really good play on a kick return. He had one, should have had a touchdown that was called back on the block in the back earlier in this game. I mean, they just have so many weapons, Aaron. It's just, you sit here and you watch them, and it's just a marvel what they do athletically. It really is. And they don't make a ton of mistakes, which the fumbles are surprising tonight. Plus 16 coming into this game.
1st and 10 at the West Salem 47. Johnson fakes the handoff, rolls right, pressure on. Micklig nearly got to him. He threw it to Hargrove, but he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, there's going to be a hold on Aquinas.
Flag here on the near side, backside of the play. Well, do you move them back 1st and 20, or do you keep it 2nd and 10?
I move them back. Personal foul.
Oh, face mask on the
really?
Panthers.
I'm surprised by that. It looked like a hold over here on the left side. That's big for the Blugolds. I didn't see the face mask.
Wow, so a big penalty on the Panther defense.
I saw the rodeo takedown on the other side over here, but.
And a 15-yarder. Big penalty on the Panther defense.
Wow. It's a backbreaker, especially when you get a score and you got to get the ball back.
So receiver up top, one down near on the near side for the Blugolds. A lot of big men in on the line in this formation. Clark to the left side of Johnson now. Takes the snap, hands off to Clark, working that right side. Not a lot of room, maybe got a yard.
That good job by the Panther defense, swarming to the football, and a delayed trap that time for the Blugolds, and good read. Lucky they got a yard on that play. 2 minutes left in the quarter now, Aaron.
Running out of time are the Panthers. 14 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Aquinas is content to let this clock run. You can see it. They're very patient being up 2 scores. Rightfully so. Their defense has been just great tonight.
Johnson in the pistol. We'll give it to Clark again. He's
nice.
tackled from behind. No, he broke out of it. Ducked his
Wow.
head underneath the tackle and somehow got a yard.
Unbelievable run. Should have been tackled for a loss. I don't know how Clark doesn't go down here. Look at this. That's just pure strength right there by Clark. Just to even get a gain on that play is impressive.
Broke the tackle of Lucas Fry. He was a little too high that time on the tackle attempt.
High by Fry?
Yeah, 3rd and 8 for the Blugolds. Under a minute to go. Johnson reverses on the roll out left. Looking for Becker. Incomplete.
Yep. He had it, and then he just dropped it on the way down. Becker, he doesn't.
That's maybe Brady Lee. No, who is that over
Number
down there?
2?
Calvin Barr
Yes.
on the intended receiver.
And Barr had it. He just, on the way down, he must have lost it as it hit his midsection.
And now 4th and 8. And the Blugolds kind of in that no man's territory, and we'll go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they probably would in this situation.
Here's the Panthers' chance.
Yeah, their defense has been great all night. West Salem's got to get a stop.
One receiver tight right, one receiver left. Johnson fakes the handoff, pump fakes. Now he throws down the right sideline. He's got a man. It's up, incomplete. Pass interference
gotta
comes
turn
in.
around. You got to turn around when you, man. And
a flag in the backfield as well. If it's holding, these would be offsetting penalties. We do 4th down again.
Yeah.
If it's on the Panthers, though, first
yes.
down
so
for
offset.
the Blugolds.
And that's lucky for the Panthers because that pass interference call could have been devastating. And, again, we talk about it every week, Aaron. High school football, you got to turn around and look at the football. They're going to call that every time. And, yeah, you're recovering to get back to the receiver. It was a great route, one of those, out and ups from the backfield, a flag route that turned into a 9. But you got to turn around and knock that ball away. And you close the distance. The ball floated. You don't have any reason to run into the receiver in that situation. But, again, when you're on the field, it's different because you're just reacting.
There's the Panther defensive back cramping over down on that far side. So a little delay here as they're trying to help out. Trying to figure out.
It's Drew McConkey, too, that was down, number 11.
I was going to say, it looked like 11, but.
Yeah, it was McConkey, and that's even huge, more huge than earlier anticipated because they're going to need him if they get this stop to run the offense immediately.
Well, if he is out, it would be Will Schmidt, I believe, to take over. So.
Yep, and he's warming up right now. Couple tosses over there on the sideline.
So the Blugolds will get another chance at 4th and 8.
And you got to hope it's just a cramp because McConkey's had such a great year.
The Blugolds will line up with two receivers on the bottom of the screen near side.
Watch the hesitant pick play here. They've ran it a couple times.
Johnson, straight drop back. Looking. He's going to throw it deep.
Nice
looking for
play.
Hargrove, and he overthrew him. Incomplete, and the
Wow.
Panthers got a huge stop on 4th down.
That's big. And here's the thing. Johnson had him. He just overthrew it, and it was a great delay, little route over the middle of the field. Would have been a touchdown for Aquinas if that's thrown correctly. And now West Salem has some life. And let's see if we get McConkey on the field here to run the offense.
He's out there. He's looking a little hobbled. Not running to the huddle all too well, but he is out there at quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 20-7 our score. Aquinas leading West Salem. Panthers trying to get back into it. Straight drop back. Miklig on the out route. Breaking tackles again. Still on the move. Just shy of midfield. Gain of 19 on 1st down.
How good is this guy? Can we just throw it out there and just say it? I mean, he can do it all on defense. This play right here, just showing the strength. Look at this is just pure strength right here. Just a great run after the catch by Landon Miklig.
Panthers have been scoreless for most of this game. They just scored and got a stop, trying to drive again.
Need a big play.
McConkey, pump fake, looking
There it is.
down the seam. He's got a man again. He overshot him by 2 yards. It would have been a touchdown.
That's the time right
And a
there.
late flag comes in from the head referee.
Wonder what it's for.
Blugolds pointing at the Panthers.
Is it taunting or unsportsmanlike? Yep. You can't.
And it is on the Panthers.
You can't do that when you're down 2 scores. You just can't do it. You got to compose yourself right now. You just missed a big play. You're trying to settle your offense in. Your quarterback is a little, dinged up. It's just bad timing.
I say no one really went to the ground or anything, so it didn't seem like anything physical. Probably going to be a one of those verbal things. That's kind of maybe one of those words that's an automatic.
I'm sure.
Hanky.
I'm sure is probably what it was.
Well, after McConkey went 0 of 8 in the first half, he was 4 of 4 before that incompletion. And it's now 2nd and 25 for the for the Panthers, who seem to just keep shooting themselves in the foot tonight. Handoff, Fry up the middle, trying to get some of that back, and he gets to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it will be the end of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers still have some work to do. Aquinas trying to hang on to a 20-7 lead as we hit quarter number 4 in our game of the week on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live on YouTube.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office, downtown West Salem.
Check out the large selection of grills and lawnmowers at Asa Holman. They'll assemble it and deliver it straight to your front door. Asa Holman, Holman Drive. Big 3rd down to begin the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 18 for the Panthers.
Good
McConkey
protection.
drop back. He's going to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Skifton. He maybe mistimed his jump. Probably could have been intercepted, but Lee couldn't locate it.
I think it's good that he did mistime his jump, because if he doesn't, that ball's picked off.
Well, the Panthers are going to have to punt, and that is really a tough break for the Panthers,
It
but
is.
their own doing when the
It
15-yard
is.
penalty.
It is, and you talked about it. A lot of mistakes here tonight by the Panthers, and they've come in with a 6-game winning streak. Everything looks great, and Aquinas' defense has been outstanding, and West Salem has done some things that they don't normally do, and that's the difference in this ball game right now.
Low snap for Micklid.
Oh, look
Picks
out.
it up, and he got it away just in time. Caught at the 21-yard line. Hargrove looking for a
Great
return and maybe
tackle.
got a couple yards. And the Blugolds will start at their own 23-yard line.
And now if you're Aquinas, you want to get one more score to seal the deal, right, Aaron? If you look at it from their perspective. Kind of letting West Salem hang around a little bit. If I'm Tom Lee and his staff, I'm just really pumping up the urgency on the offense to get that defining, last touchdown possibly to seal the deal. And if you're West Salem, again, got to get a stop, get the ball back. A turnover would be outstanding for them, and they've gotten a couple tonight.
First and 10 at the 23 for Aquinas, 24-yard line. Johnson will hand off, working up the middle, and really nothing there.
Did Sawyer Brennigan just tackle him on the ground? Did he seriously just do that?
Carried by Massa. Second and 10 incoming for Aquinas. They love to see that clock moving at this point.
Yeah, and they're going to be super patient with this football in this situation. I don't think there's any question they're just going to slow it down.
Johnson will fake the handoff this time. He's going to throw it. Post route looking for Hargrove, incomplete, and a flag coming in. That is pass interference on the Panthers.
Wow. Another. They didn't need
And it was a penalty.
The ball was overthrown. It wasn't a necessary penalty there.
They grabbed Hargrove right up along that shoulder pad to slow him down.
Yeah, just another mistake
You
here.
kind of hear Panther fans yelling about the bad call, but he held him right along the shoulder
here's
pad.
the catch-22. There's a hold on Aquinas, so
On
the
the back-
penalties
yeah.
are offset. So the Panthers kind of catch a break on that one.
Stick around here after our game. We'll have our post-game coverage, and then we'll send it back to the studio for the Festival Foods post-game show. John Papadopoulos will have stats and scores and coaches' interviews, and he'll talk with Scotty about this game, talk with Cooper Lipsky about the Sparta game tonight against Reedsburg. Ryan Johnson, quick screenplay over to the near side for Lee. And Lee will bring it up across the 35 and break tackle. He's got blockers in the enemy territory across the 45, 35, and tackled out of bounds at the 31 of the Panthers.
Wow, that's a huge play. Aquinas obviously wants to go and finish this game. And right here, this is just a really well-designed play and a great run. Brady Lee again. Another huge play for the Blugolds, and he's had a couple of them tonight.
All the way down to the 31. It's a gain of 45. 3 receivers right, 2 left, and they're going to go screenplay again on the near side. It's caught by Logan Becker, and he gets out of bounds inside the 30 up to maybe the 27-yard line.
Yeah, better reaction by the West Salem defense, but still a decent amount of yardage on first down.
Here's the thing about the run game for Aquinas. You want to keep the clock running, but they have not run the ball very well.
Right, and you want to get that one score to really separate yourself here. Very good point.
Johnson up the middle.
Yeah, look at Brennigan. Brennigan's starting to really kind of take this game and put it on his shoulders for this West Salem defense. That's 2 plays where he has just eaten alive the center and guard and gotten into the backfield.
Clark, another gain of 1.
That's generous.
So 3rd down for Aquinas. 3rd and 4. Johnson under pressure. He is sacked. Lucas Fry got him in the backfield, back at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, good timing on that blitz by Fry. That's a big play for the West Salem defense.
We'll see what Aquinas wants to do here. It's 4th and 12. Again, no man's land at the 33-yard line. 9.5 to go, 4th quarter, leading 20-7.
I think they're going to go for it in this situation. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Johnson drops back. Miklig on the pressure. Johnson up the middle. Quarterback keeper. He slides down, but he's short. He slid down short of the line to gain, and it's going to be a turnover on downs if they mark this properly, and they do.
Wow.
The official says West Salem football.
That's a very, very interesting decision by Johnson. I don't think he knew where he was on the field. And that'll be a learning experience.
Ball going to be marked at the 23-yard line.
Didn't we see that in the NFL over the weekend as well? I can't remember what quarterback, but they were going for a first down. They slid short of the marker. Don't see it happen very often. And Johnson had plenty of room to get that extra yard.
Yeah.
He didn't have to slide. He could have went probably 2 or 3 more yards, maybe 4. I don't know why you slide there.
Well, it just keeps that door open a little bit longer for the Panthers. Down by 13 with 9 minutes to go. Handoff up the middle. Fry gets it to the 30-yard line and a gain of 7.
Yeah, you got to question that decision, because if West Salem ends up scoring on this drive here, that's going to loom very large as this game progresses down the stretch.
In one of these games, you don't want to give your opponent that extra bit of hope.
Absolutely not. Especially since you've really been controlling this game from the Aquinas perspective. Salem's kind of self-destructed here a few times tonight.
Looking to throw is McConkey. A lot of time. No pressure. Now he rolls out left. Looking. Fires. Picked off. Jackson Wallover breaks a tackle, and he's down inside the 30-yard line. Read the eyes of McConkey on the rollout, and Aquinas with a huge turnover.
Yeah, and McConkey, you should have just tucked this and ran. And it was just a great play by Wallover just to kind of watch what McConkey was doing and come back to the football. That right there is textbook defensive back play. And now Aquinas really has an opportunity to kind of seal the deal here. One of the few bad decisions we've seen McConkey make this year with the football.
8:19 to go. Aquinas takes right back over at the 27-yard line of the Panthers. That door shuts just a little bit more. Johnson looking to throw, fires across the middle. That's tipped and it's picked!
Wow.
And the Panthers get it right back! Will Schmidt catches the deflection, and the door opens right back again.
And Johnson's got time here. And good coverage down the field by the Panther defense. Receiver right off his hands, and good coverage. And a great job. That tip drill that you run in practice pays off. And Will Schmidt doing a great job coming up with a turnover and getting the Panthers right back in business here. And just when you think this game might be done, they have another chance. But again, we keep saying it, they got to convert.
They've just wasted too many opportunities at this point.
Yes. And again, but you got to give credit to Aquinas' defense. They've been really good tonight. Man coverage on the outsides. Safeties over the top, it looks like.
Conkey fires right side. It's caught.
Great
just a few yards on the play. They're going to mark him just 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, lucky they even got that. Just a great read on this.
Camel on the catch for 1 yard.
Yeah, just a great break on this football. That's just textbook right there.
2nd and 9. Panthers taking a lot of time here.
Yeah, and the thing is, they really shouldn't be. They need to get to the line of scrimmage. They're down 2 scores. I'm kind of wondering why they're slowing down the speed of this game. That benefits Aquinas a lot more than them.
McConkey looking to throw. He's got time again, going deep, left side, and it is picked off at midfield. The safety, Brady Lee, read it like a book, and he's got it at midfield.
Yeah, and Lee does a good job of watching this because this is an up and under. Coming off the seam route, they're trying to bait the safety into going with the seam, but he doesn't. And Lee does a great job of reacting to the football and not getting baited on the seam. Just a really great play. Brady Lee has had a stellar game tonight. I mean, coming up big in a situation like this against a ranked opponent and probably your biggest rival in the conference. And, I mean, he has just been outstanding.
Well, we've seen 3 turnovers in the last 4 plays. With 7:23 to go, Aquinas looking this time to sit on the football. High snap, caught by Johnson. He'll hand it off. It's a fumble! And the Panthers get it right back!
What?
4 turnovers in 5 plays! And the Panthers are the beneficiary of it because they're all the way up at the 45-yard line now.
Yeah, and this ball just comes out. What a play by Micklig to knock that out. Landon Micklig came off of the edge and made the play on the football to create that. That is just, man, that is a great play by Landon Micklig.
So the Panthers take over at the 45-yard line.
I want to say
now.
it was Clark that was the back that time.
So Clark fumbles. And now a run up the middle for the Panthers. And Fry will get it to the 48-yard line, a gain of 3.
I mean, do you run in this situation, Aaron? I mean, you're down 2 scores. You got 7:04. I'm kind of questioning why. And the patience and the time they're taking in the huddle. I mean, I have a lot of respect for West Salem and their coaching staff. I just think like the urgency needs to be a little bit higher here.
2nd down and 7. McConkey under pressure.
What a play.
And he is down. Sack in the backfield all the way back at the 39-yard line. In on the sack that time, Will Flotmeyer.
Yeah, Flotmeyer just really came off the edge almost unaccounted for. I mean, right here, just one move. Look at that. Just a quick swim move to the outside, and, man, McConkey had no chance.
Loss of 9. It sets up 3rd and 16. Halfway through our 4th quarter. 6 minutes to go. Aquinas leading 20-7. Aquinas hasn't scored since their 3rd offensive possession of the night on a 71-yard touchdown pass and catch from Johnson to Lee. Low throw. It's caught by Kamal back at the original line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard past it. Gain of 7.
Yeah, I like that call, though. Sets up a more manageable 4th down in this situation. Obviously, you're going to be throwing the ball a little bit more.
And 4th and 9. Ball at the 46-yard line.
This is a must convert for West Salem.
McConkey, straight drop back, pressure on, he throws under duress, it is caught! Kamal along the right sideline up to the 41.
How about the catch by Kamal here? And like you said, under duress, and it was Flotmeyer again coming off of that left side, got chipped by the back a little bit for some help, but look at this throw. It's a good throw under pressure, but an even better catch by Kamal.
5:14 to go, 4th quarter. Panthers at the 41-yard line, trailing by 13.
Man coverage.
McConkey throwing again. A little more time this time, low throw, and a flag comes in from the back judge.
It's going to be defensive holding on Aquinas.
Either defensive holding or offensive PI. I don't think there's any other options here with this flag.
Right. I from what I saw, though, there was a little bit of grabbing down there.
It is a hold on Aquinas.
Now, it looks like Skifton, when he was going over the middle, kind of got tugged a little bit.
So a 10-yard penalty will give the Panthers another first down. And ball at the 31 now with 5:10 to go. What a wild game this has been. 6 total turnovers. We had a blocked punt for a touchdown. McConkey under pressure, and he throws it away before he got sacked.
That was a smart play. A good job by McConkey just to, have a positive there by not having a negative yardage play.
Aquinas recovered an onside kick after their opening possession.
The other thing with that, Aaron, it stops the clock, right? Man, I'm just surprised that West Salem's just been hanging around here. If they get a score, that's going to be big.
2nd and 10. McConkey throwing again, looking right. Now he's rolling out left. Still rolling, and this time he's going to take off. And he cuts back inside, now cuts back out, and he's tackled out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him, at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Good decision to run the ball there. Good coverage downfield by the Blugolds.
They stopped the clock. I feel like that probably should have been running. He was tackled backwards.
Yeah, I don't think that he got out of bounds, that's for sure. Not before forward progress was stopped.
Well, it's big for the Panthers. Save some time, and now 3rd and 3. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Blugolds. They will hand it off. Fry up the middle, and he is trying to back his way forward, but he cannot get the first down. He gets 2 yards to the 22-yard line and sets up 4th and 1.
Another 4th down situation for the Panther offense against the Aquinas defense.
They'll bring in Isaiah Lack, and they might run that 3-back formation again.
Yeah, Miklig in there too. Heavy front.
Nope, they won't line it. They'll just use Lack as out of that H-back. On receiver right and left, they will keep it with McConkey. That was a late pull by McConkey. It was probably the right decision. He got the first down.
I think McConkey was reading the defense and just decided to take the football. I think originally it was going to go to Lack, but he just decided to keep.
They're kind of holding it together. They were like running for the first down together. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right, my friend. That's right. I want to get a T-shirt that says that and wear it in the press box one day. I won't wear my hat when I do that, too.
4 minutes to go. Ball at the 18. Panthers in the red zone, trailing 20-7.
Did I throw you off wearing a hat this week?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Well, threw me more off that you weren't wearing a hat the previous weeks. McConkey, late pitch to Fry, cutting back up the field inside the 15. Still working his way down near the 10. They'll mark him at the 10. It's a gain of 8.
In this situation, though, I'm still a little surprised that they're running as much as they are. It's effective.
And now a little hurry up.
Right. And this is the urgency you need right now with 2 scores and almost at the 3-minute mark.
They'll give it to Fry again up the middle, and Lucas Fry is in for the touchdown. Blugolds within 7, Panthers within 7, pending the extra point as they are working their way back from a 20-0 deficit.
Yep, and this was a huge, huge hole created by the West Salem offensive line. You could have put Fry, McConkey, Sawyer Brennigan in there, and they all would have ran that in for a touchdown. That was a great, great play and needed for the Panthers.
Weigriff on for the extra point to make it a 6-point game. Operation good. Kick blocked. So it stays at 7 points. That is a huge blocked extra point as the Panthers will need a full 7 to get back in it here in our game of the week. 3:23 to go, fourth quarter. 20-13. Aquinas hanging on to a 7-point lead.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Stop by North Country Steak Buffet for all you can eat steaks, burgers, chicken, and pork chops. And North Country's fresh salad bar, largest in La Crosse, North Country Steak Buffet. If you own or run a business, talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance. Noble specializes in business insurance, can help you with home and auto. Just up the hill, Main Street in Onalaska, Noble Insurance.
Man, what a turn of events here.
Looks like West Salem's going to try an onside kick here, down 7. Kick is a line drive, and that is an easy catch for the Blue Gold hands team as the catch is made by Isaac Miller. He drops to the
and we got a penalty. I don't know if something was said again by, it's got to be on West Salem, or is it on Aquinas here?
Isaiah Lack pointing towards the Blue Golds.
Yeah, both these teams, I mean, this is a high urgency game for a lot of reasons, and you got to control your composure here. Either way, this is a bad penalty for either team. It's on Aquinas.
Yeah, wow.
And that's West Salem needed that, right? I mean,
free field position.
Yeah, and Coach Olson not happy with that onside kick at all. You could see it on the sidelines, and rightfully so. That was not what they drew up when they were practicing that, obviously.
So Aquinas starts at their 31-yard line. 3:22 to go. West Salem has 2 timeouts. They're going to line up Logan Becker 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage on the right side. Johnson takes the snap, hands off up the middle.
Nice.
And breaking a tackle or 2, and then rolling all the way to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 8, and an important gain of 8 by Marcus Clark.
Yeah, Clark showing the strength right there, and it looked like Brennigan was going to get him again on the shoestring, but Clark showing the strength to break out. Clark's had a couple miscues with the football tonight. That's a big run right there for him. And when do you start taking the timeouts if you're West Salem? Let them get the first down, and then after that possibly?
Yeah, that gain of 8 really changes the
It
way
does.
that you operate.
Absolutely. This defense needs something big here.
2nd and 2. Johnson has a running back on his left and right, and 2
Tick,
receivers
tick, tick, tick.
stacked on the right. Short side of the field. Johnson, hands off. Clark working left side. He's got the first down. Up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, clock stops here. Do they take a timeout? And it starts again. Yeah, Aquinas is just going to milk this clock.
Yep, and one more first down, and this game is over. So West Salem's going to let them milk it, use both their timeouts on this set of downs, and they'll get the ball with under 30 seconds to go, approximately.
And I think that's great clock management, especially if West Salem can get a couple stops here.
They'll line up Becker again, 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they will run it with Clark working that right side, trying to get dragged down from behind, but he is dragging the tackler. And Clark gets up to the 47 and a timeout West Salem. With 1:42 to go, they're trying to get a stop, get the ball back, and get that tying score. We'll see if they can do it when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
In our town, it's the little things that matter most. A friendly wave, a helping hand, a bank that knows your name. Since 1903, Union State Bank is proud to support the individuals and businesses who make our community strong. We're committed to helping you turn your financial dreams into reality with local decisions and personal service every step of the way. Visit us today or go online to discover how Union State Bank can support your financial journey. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bobcat, your home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. Bubbler, an antioxidant sparkling water, boosting, energizing, and restoring balance. No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, and natural caffeine. And Union State Bank is proudly supporting local athletes who make our hometowns proud. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first.
You know, I heard, I didn't get to see the Bobcat guy last week. I was pretty excited. I don't know, and I think it's because he said I wasn't wearing a hat is why he didn't want to come see me. He'd rather be in a hat, so I wore a hat, and he's not here. So I don't get it.
2nd and 6, handoff up the middle. Up to the 49-yard line, and another timeout, West Salem. So 3rd down upcoming. It'll be 3rd and 4. Biggest play of the game when we come back. Don't go anywhere on ESPN La Crosse. Third down and 4 for the Blugolds. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Blugolds. They need to get to the Panther 47. Do you throw, do you run?
I think they run.
No timeouts for the Panthers, so you can get this under a minute to go by the time you have to punt it away if you don't get it. We'll see if they try to throw, pick it up, or run and pick it up. Johnson fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw down the right sideline, looking for Becker. Incomplete.
Nice.
Great coverage over the top. Also, Josiah Wolbrink, the D-back, who was with him step for step, and a hold on the Blugolds. All right, now if you're West Salem, do you move him back or keep him here? And it looks like they're going to decline it.
Yeah, look at McConkey.
McConkey was the one who came over the top and deflected it.
Yeah, and he's in pain, and he's asking for
cramping.
someone to. Yeah, he's asking for someone to get in there. Obviously, more important for him to be on the offensive side.
Now the Blugolds have a decision to make. They didn't run the clock off. Do you go for it here on 4th and 4, or do you punt it away and hope your defense can come up with another stop with 90 seconds to go?
Looks like they're going to punt.
Panthers, interesting, they have nobody back.
They're playing it safe, too, in case there's a fake. I like this call.
But you can't let the clock wind down as the ball is rolling all the way down the field also.
Right.
And they'll punt it away. Kick's going to go over towards the left side, land at the 15-yard line, roll inside the 10, then take a Panther bounce. And it'll be down at the 11-yard line with 1:23 to go.
Wow, how about that? And you got to give credit to the Panthers. They've been hanging in, and now they got an opportunity to tie or win this game if they try to go for 2. I would think they'd play it safe if they score. However, man, what a situation this presents.
1:23 to go. The Panthers have to go 89 yards to give themselves a chance at an extra point to tie it or a 2-point conversion to win it.
McConkey still just hobbling a little bit, but man, what a tough kid.
The Blugolds blocked their last extra point. That's why it's still a 7-point game and not a 6-point game.
Yeah, they're going to play a little bit of a cover 3 here, back it up.
McConkey rolling out right, fires towards the sideline. It's caught by Kamal, out of bounds across the 20-yard line. And they're going to mark him just short of the first down, a gain of 9.
He put the ball over the marker. I was going to say, it looks like they're going to give him the first down here, or no?
No, there's yards short.
Wow. A little surprised by that. The positioning of the football, he extended it out past the marker before he went out of bounds.
Second and 1, 1:18 to go. McConkey rolling out towards the left, pressure on, steps up in the pocket, and throws it out of bounds. That might be intentional grounding. Unless they say that Kamo was in the area.
Yeah, Kamo was within that area. However, McConkey had some time right there. Good step up in the pocket. A little surprised that he threw it away. Of course, you're concerned about the lower body injury.
So 3rd and 1 here for the Panthers. 1:13 to go.
4-down territory all the way to the end here. Man coverage.
Trips out left, lone receiver right. McConkey will hand it off up the middle, and it's a loss. Marcus Clark got him in the backfield. And it will be 4th and 2.
You got to get on the ball here.
What a read by Clark. 1 minute to go. And here's the ball game. 4th and 2 from the 19. McConkey takes the snap. Looking right side. It's caught. 1st down, Panthers. They got to the 22. They needed the 21. A gain of 3 on the catch by Kamo.
Aquinas' defense is getting off the edge very quickly here. West Salem's got to do a better job of chipping those rushers off the edge.
40 seconds to go. Snap taken by McConkey. Looking to throw. Outright near side. Caught by Wolbrink, and maybe not a good decision as he's tackled at the 23, and the clock will run.
Great tackle. Clock it.
And they will clock it.
They're going to have to get more than just a couple yards, though, here. They keep going with these outs, trying to get to the sideline. Now with 22 seconds, you're going to need a chunk play here. And maybe 2.
3rd and 9 with 22 seconds to go.
Aaron, have you watched Aquinas' rush? They have been screaming off the edge here. West Salem is having a hard time containing both the right and left edge.
(20-13) our score. Aquinas leading. They haven't scored since the early parts of the first half. Trying to hang on here. McConkey passing. He's sacked down at the 14-yard line. Will Flottmeyer. And with 12 seconds to go, the Panthers need to get one play, and they can't spike it because it's 4th down. 6 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. Will they get it off?
No, they won't. They're not going to get it off.
No, they won't. And the game is over. The Blugolds win it. They hang on. 20-13 as the defense comes up big, and they will at least get a share of the Coulee Conference title. And if they can beat Viroqua next week, who has not won a game in the conference yet, they will win it outright.
Man, and West Salem had a chance. A lot of miscues tonight for the Panthers. They hung around. Special teams was really the thing that did them in here at the end, and the emotion from Drew McConkey. Played a great game tonight. Obviously a little injured on that last drive, but how about Aquinas' defense tonight? I mean, you got to tip the hat.
Well,
really
the Panthers' defense was great as well.
Yeah.
They gave up 20 points, didn't allow a score since the third
really
possession
short
for the
field
for the
points
Blugolds.
Too.
7 of their points came after a blocked punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah,
great game overall.
Yeah, really, and you got to give credit to West Salem too, how they were able to hang in and get back into this one late. It's just, too much, too little, too late, and missed opportunities.
What do you think, Ryan Johnson or Brady Lee?
Brady Lee.
Brady Lee will be our Kevin Carlson Agency player
what a
of
game
the game
tonight for him. I mean, he did it all on both sides of the field. He had a pick. He had that huge touchdown, couple big plays tonight. I mean, he really stood out to me. Ryan Johnson did have a great game statistically, I would agree, but I think Brady Lee's impact in this game was massive.
20-13, Aquinas hangs on.
I'm glad you asked me, by the way.
And clinches at least a share of the Coulee Conference title. Win against Viroqua next week. It is
You usually
outright.
do anyways. I shouldn't say that.
We'll take a break. We'll get to our post-game coverage. We'll talk about the game, good stats. Our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game, Brady Lee. We'll get you off to the Festival Foods post-game show. One more time, 20-13, Aquinas over West Salem in the game of the week on ESPN La Crosse.
When you're talking steel power tools, you're talking the best possible quality. And right now at Ace of Holman, you're also looking at major savings. Up to $50 off on an MS-250 chainsaw right now, only $379.99. $50 off Magnum backpack blowers, plus savings on handheld blowers, and don't forget, free batteries on select steel power tools. Deals are good until December 31st at Ace of Holman on Holman Drive.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill in Onalaska is your family fun place with their 8-lane bowling center. What better way to spend a day than bowling with the entire family? After bowling, grab a take-and-bake pizza to go. They make it, you bake it. Or choose the Coulee Golf Bowl's popular broasted chicken, available daily. Check out their full menu at CouleeGB.com. Coulee Golf Bowl has 70-inch TVs and the Sunday ticket, so you and your friends can watch the green and gold and Bucky with front row seats. Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill is your family fun place at the east end of Main Street, Onalaska.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, over 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. 20-13, Aquinas hangs on to beat West Salem here in a matchup of the two most dominant teams in the Coulee Conference here this season. And they did hang on. They hung on for sure. They scored 20 points very early in this game, could not get anything going on offense the rest of the time. The Panthers, meanwhile, did the opposite. They could not get anything going for the first 2 quarters and even 2.5 quarters before they got a touchdown catch by Landon Micklig after 4 turnovers in 5 plays by the combined teams. The Panthers got their second touchdown but could not get that third score to tie this game up or win it here with towards the end of the fourth quarter. Aquinas wins at least a share of the Coulee Conference title. It's very, 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 very likely that they will win it outright, barring something insanely crazy going on, because they take on Viroqua next week. And Viroqua has had a tough time against any caliber of team. I'm sure it won't be any different for the team who's ranked number 1 in the state according to the coaches and number 2 in the playoff.
I think you can pretty much say that they've won the Coulee. I mean, if Viroqua were to beat them, that would be probably the biggest upset in the state in the last 20 years. I'll be quite honest with you.
Maybe longer than that.
I'm just saying that it's most likely not going to happen. And you got to give credit. I mean, Aquinas made some big plays tonight on special teams. Brady Lee with the huge bomb at the end. As we go back and we look at this play here, Aaron, I mean, I think this was the play of the game, and it was just pure speed. I mean, somewhere Al Davis is smiling, the old, owner of the Raiders, because you always used to say speed kills, baby, and it did on that play.
All right, I see Brady Lee making his way up here for our Kevin Carlson Player of the Game, so we'll take a break, and we'll get to that Player of the Game, Brady Lee, when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
Put the strength of a leader in retirement planning to work for you. Hansen & Associates, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, will work with you to develop a financial plan and track progress toward your goals. A 2025 Forbes Best in State Wealth Management Team right here in the Coulee region. Visit their website at hansonprivatewealth.com. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee may lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Maybe you should have moved your car before the cheap guy roofer started.
Why?
Why monkey around when you can have professionals? Call Kendhammer A1 Roofing and Construction for all your roofing and siding needs. Kendhammer A1 Roofing and Construction. Absolutely no monkey business.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
What I feel makes Hilltopper unique as a company is the biggest thing, it's a family-owned company.
I guarantee a customer, if they're unhappy, call me and we will make it right.
When you say you're going to pick up the material once a week, you do it. When you say you're going to take this material and recycle it, you do it. When you say you charge the same amount for the same service for other customers, that's what you do.
Hilltopper Refuse, serving the Coulee region.
Welcome back into our post-game coverage here on ESPN La Crosse. Time for our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game. It is Brady Lee for Home Auto Life and Business Insurance. Contact the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman. Well, Brady, big win for you guys. Obviously, you know this has probably been circling the schedule since the beginning of the season. What's it feel like to get this win after all these weeks of playing to get here?
It's been great. I mean, like in practice, we've just competed like against each other every Wednesday. We have ISI periods, iron sharpens iron, so we get to compete then. I mean, we've just been building up to this game and then playoffs, and just to be one team as one, so it's been awesome.
Well, you share at least a Coulee Conference title now. You win next week against Viroqua. It's outright. That's got to feel good. One of your goals, I'm sure, was to win the conference, but you got bigger goals moving forward. So what does this do to help that confidence as you get into the playoffs and start playing some better teams as you move on?
Yes, sir. I mean, obviously, it's just like one win at a time. We're not focused on whatever happens at the end of the season. We're just focused on playing to the best of our ability. And then, yeah, this is a big win for us. Like, it's awesome to get this off the schedule. I love playing against West Salem. It's a great time. So,
what does this win in terms of what you guys did out there? You guys get out to an early 20-0 lead and kind of hang on. Was there talk in the sidelines, halftime, kind of what was going to have to do? How much did also past experience in big games, obviously state championships and deep playoff runs, how much did that help in this game?
I mean, obviously, just like the competition that we've been doing with like our players that we have returning, and then like just the new guys too. Like we got a couple of new guys in there this game. It's just been like it's been good. It's been what we could do. Like I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, you can hear your voice starting to go a little bit, so I'll keep it short here. But man, that's how intense it was down the field that you're already losing your voice.
It was crazy down there. I mean, like, I'd say it helped out a lot. Like, just being like, I got to play as an underclassman, and like when you get the other guys to play as underclassmen, like those guys will step up in big time games like this. So it's just been a great time. Like with our whole like getting to get a relationship with the younger guys. Those guys get to play to the best of their ability too when they get in big games like this when they're older. So it's just been awesome.
All right, last thing for you, your stats. You had a 71-yard touchdown catch. You had a 45-yard catch as well in the game. You had an interception on defense. When you get that 71-yard touchdown, when you hear that play call in the huddle, do you know, like, hey, this is my time? Like, do you know that you're getting the ball when you hear that play call?
I mean, I'd say so, yeah. Like, I kind of have a feeling I'm going to get the ball because my quarterback, Ryan Johnson, couldn't have put that ball in a better spot. We practiced that play all week. I mean, I couldn't give enough credit to my linemen, too. Like, those guys blocked perfectly for that play. Like,
How fast do you run the 40?
My 40? I'm probably at about a 4.6.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
You
good.
showed that.
Yeah, I mean, just like nothing would be possible without my teammates. Like those guys are just like they're all ballers. They all play so hard for each other. Like we just play for each other. That's how we do it.
All right, Brady Lee, our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game for home, auto, life, and business insurance. Contact Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman. Thanks for coming up. We'll let you get back down there. I know you got some family to see and such, so appreciate it. Good luck down the line.
See you guys. Thank you.
We'll be right back here on ESPN La Crosse.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
What I feel makes Hilltopper unique as a company is the biggest thing, it's a family-owned company.
I guarantee a customer, if they're unhappy, call me and we will make it right.
When you say you're going to pick up the material once a week, you do it. When you say you're going to take this material and recycle it, you do it. When you say you charge the same amount for the same service for other customers, that's what you do.
Hilltopper Refuse, serving the Coulee region.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet, bringing you some tasteful tips on how to savor your hunger. Wednesday, we have all-you-can-eat wings that feature Frank's Red Hot, garlic lemon pepper, Jamaican jerk, and new barbecue ranch to go along with our rotating specialty pizzas, from pepperoni and sausage all the way to chicken bacon ranch. Also, our tasty teriyaki beef and broccoli you all love. What are you waiting for? Come on down to North Country Steak Buffet at 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Dinner menu available 4 to 8 at North Country Steak Buffet.
All right, bring it in. We got a lot of square footage to cover this season. Square feet! It's all about zone coverage. Make sure we got adequate flow through the routes. Coverage! We got to lock down those escape routes. Block the drafts. Drafts! We got our best five, Caden, Noah, BJ, Tanner, Jake. You got to protect Goodman. He's bringing the heat. En fuego. All on you, Goodman. Make us proud.
Bring the heat this season. Call G&T.
For the best senior air conditioning, guaranteed.
Place to meet your family and friends before and after the game in downtown West Salem, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill. 3-in-1 Construction located next to the post office in West Salem, specializing in drywall, metal framing, and painting. Check out all their services at 3in1construction.net. With DriveOutro.org, you're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. Well, tough one for West Salem. Great one for Aquinas in terms of the result. But both these teams have a lot to play for down the stretch. You got next week to get your tune-ups, and then you got the playoffs.
Well, and here's the thing. You got to think now West Salem is going to be on the road for sure in the first round, right, Aaron? So that's something that they're going to have to think about. And, you know, whatever they do the next 2 weeks here is going to be at their benefit. Now, for Aquinas, you know, they've pretty much locked up the conference. I don't think that if Iroquois beats them, it'd be a shocker. I mean, I think everybody in the state would be surprised. I don't see that happening. So you would have to say Aquinas has won the conference until it actually happens, though you can't really officially put that down. However, they'll be the top seed, more than likely, or one of the top seeds if Columbus wins tonight and continues, to be the number one seed according to the playoff matrix. But for West Salem, it's all about victories. You got to win your last couple games, get some momentum building. Who knows, Aaron? Who knows? These teams might meet one more time, and it's very possible, depending on where they're seated and where they go, that may be a reality. So, again, this might not be the last time we talk about these two teams this season. We'll have to see how everything shakes out.
Well, West Salem will have to bounce back. Like you said, they could go on the road because coming into this, they would be on the road despite having just the one loss and now the two losses against two really good teams in Onalaska and West Salem or Aquinas. But that's the way the playoff matrix works now. And, whoever has to play West Salem in the first round of the playoffs at home is going to be very upset about having to play them.
You're running into a team that's a quality football team, right? And they lose a tough one here tonight. Both their losses have been tough ones, right? I mean, the Onalaska loss, they were right in that game. This game, Aquinas let them hang around. Honestly, Aquinas could have put their foot down and finished this game a long time ago, but the miscues kept West Salem in it, and the miscues cost West Salem. Mm-hmm. I mean, the two special teams errors are massive in this game. It counted for 14 unanswered, okay? So that right there was the difference in this ball game. Now West Salem next week has to win at home against Black River Falls. They do that. They get a win, get some momentum into the playoffs, and prepare to go on a road trip, Aaron. That's where we're at. So, everything matters right now. And the way the playoff matrix is set up and stacked, it's very important that they get a victory next week.
Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 786-2676. Make sure to check out that new arcade opening today at Crossroads Bar and Grill. That arcade looks slick over there at Crossroads Bar and Grill. Check out their ice cream parlor, their wings as well. Crossroads Bar and Grill at Timbers Building in Onalaska.
We're gonna have to take Jeff there the way it sounds.
Yeah, Jeff is
like
excited
he's asking for the powers that be to have an ESPN radio night day over at Crossroads.
Might have to make it happen.
Yeah, I hope they have the old school Star Wars game with the lightsaber thing, or Ninja Turtles, the arcade. That was like the greatest arcade game ever when I was a kid.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back,
yeah, Aaron's like, go to commercial. We don't want to talk about that.
We got to go to break. We got to get to the Festival Foods postgame show eventually. So we'll take a break. We'll wrap things up next on ESPN La Crosse.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill in Onalaska is your family fun place with their 8-lane bowling center. What better way to spend a day than bowling with the entire family? After bowling, grab a take-and-bake pizza to go. They make it, you bake it. Or choose the Coulee Golf Bowl's popular broasted chicken, available daily. Check out their full menu at CouleeGB.com. Coulee Golf Bowl has 70-inch TVs and the Sunday ticket, so you and your friends can watch the green and gold and Bucky with front row seats. Coulee Golf Bowl Sports Bar and Grill is your family fun place at the east end of Main Street, Onalaska.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Is it time for retirement planning? Talk with Casey Vergine and the folks at Hansen & Associates, private wealth advisory practice in La Crosse. Get the personal financial advice you need at Hansen & Associates. Ken Hammer, A1 Roofing and Construction, a trusted name in the Coulee region for generations. And Coulee Golf Ball, your family fun place located 100 Green Coulee Road. Visit their 8-lane bowling center, a proud sponsor of high school football. 20-13, our final score here tonight. West Salem can't complete the comeback. Aquinas wins again.
Yeah, and Aquinas' defense and their special teams were really the critical factors in them winning tonight. West Salem hung around for a bit. They had chances late. I mean, Aquinas let them hang around too. They didn't have a perfect game tonight. Anybody goes back and watches this game on our YouTube channel, right?
Yep.
Click, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Here, I'm going to put it up here so everybody can see it. There you go. That's all you got to do to watch this game back. And really, it turned out to be a good football game tonight. But the thing that I think West Salem takes away is too many mistakes. Too many miscues tonight. They were in the football game, if not for that. You're never going to play a perfect game, but when those things happened, they were devastating and really cost them this football game here tonight. For Aquinas, win a Coulee title. Get a bye. That's what they're looking at.
Well, we'll be right back in the same booth next week. We'll be back here at UWL for the final regular season game between Onalaska and Central. And last check, Central might have booked themselves at least a share of the title.
Isn't that something?
We'll hear all about it in the Festival of Foods post-game show. John Papadopoulos has that final score, some stats. We'll get Scotty's thoughts, Cooper Lipsky over at the Sparta game, some other coaches, stats, scores, all of that. The Festival of Foods post-game show coming up.